Hey, everybody, welcome back. It's the Vinyl Show, the Vinyl Collection, looking through the record shelves. We're back for another week where we are going through our record collection, seeing what's inside, seeing what the fun stuff is in there, posters, whatever. That's what we try to do. But basically, this show devolves into just a fun old zany live chat where we chat along with you guys in the live chat and the guests that are on, and we just have a good old fun time. I was thinking back earlier. This has been pretty much close to a year of doing this. This show started with just me talking to camera, going through the collection, starting at Z and working my way back. And now we've grown to this huge cast of characters that are joining me on this journey. And we have a super fun time. And I hope you guys are in the chat and you're going to follow along with us. And hope you have some good comments saved up. And we're going to do it. Let me bring on the people that are going to support us on the show. By the way, my name is Bill from Start to Continue YouTube. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the like button with me for most of the time. I was going to say like always, but not so much like always. Kevin, good to see you. Glad to see you back on the show.
Yeah, for the first time in a while, your show has not competed with something more important. So.
Oh. And Matt Bandy.
Hey, I have never missed a show. I've been on since episode 2, and I have never missed a show.
That's what I was thinking. It was just me alone. And
I can't believe that either. I really can't.
Matt Bandy flies in, and the show takes off from there. More people start joining us, and the show keeps getting better and better. Chris Roberts.
And then I brought all the extra crap.
Who knows what Chris Roberts is going to bring to the show? That's the real wild card right there.
That's a nice thing to say, Bill. I mean, it's the best way you could have put it.
Good. Yeah. Normally we have Curtiss with us, but is he rebuilding his computer right now?
He's waiting for another one of those 14-cent checks to come in.
Oh.
Yeah.
God damn it. What, like he was here and then he froze and now he's gone. So it says in the chat he had to reboot and to stand by.
Hope he didn't get canceled.
That's been a while. Okay, yeah. So if you guys missed it as well, Chris Roberts has been given the keys to the castle on Start to Continue YouTube. He is a moderator.
Yep.
Got to get him a badge now.
If you make fun of Bill's hair, I am gonna ban you.
Any shenanigans, watch out.
Wow.
This guy's going to take
Why
you down.
Bill's hair?
I don't know.
Yeah, I even watched it.
Nice hair.
It's nice and fluffy.
Yeah,
it's good hair.
So yeah, let's get back to Kevin. Find out what he's been up to. Haven't seen him in a good month on this show. I'm certainly glad to have you back.
I don't think it's been a month. Maybe
yeah,
a couple weeks.
I missed an episode and a half. Really. That's it. I really missed one episode. One.
You were here in spirit.
And then he wrote a huge blog post how he's quitting the internet and quitting all of us. He's quitting everyone in his life and joining a monastery.
What?
That's respectable.
None of this ever happened. I will tell you though, I was well far behind on my STC pod watching of the entire YouTube channel. I was a couple episodes behind on the show that you do with Joe. I don't know. Is that still called STC Pod? It's so confusing with the channel.
That is the one. Yeah.
So I was behind on that, and I was behind on the episode and a half that I wasn't on this. So this was a good week to get caught up on my YouTubes at work. So when I fired up the channel, I had a choice. I could start with you and Joe, or I could start with you and all these cranks. And I went with you guys over Joe. I started here.
Okay.
And then I wrapped it up with Joe.
What about all the other side projects on this channel, though?
No, I don't have time for all
Some
that.
heavy hitting videos.
Nah. Who's got time for that?
You didn't want to see him open the Woodstock collection?
We can go through it again right now if you missed it.
All right. No.
Guys, check out that video. I actually put effort into that one.
That's good.
Check it out.
You know what? I watched it last night, but I fell asleep. Within like 30 seconds. I was really tired to begin with. So you get 2 watches out of that.
Yeah.
2 views.
Yeah.
Great.
If you go back.
Algorithm.
All right. Hey, I got a surprise for you. Look who's back.
Oh.
Oh, Lil C.
Yeah.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
Yes.
Dude, I don't know what's going on right now. My computer is really like wigging out all of a sudden. You might lose me again.
Oh my goodness.
I like right now I'm seeing the StreamYard thing, but I can't, like when you hover over like mute or leave studio, it like kind of highlights it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
None of that. I can't in the browser, I can't like minimize it, I can't click on comments. I was worried that I was going to come in but I'm basically stuck. I can't do anything. I don't know what's going on.
I can't help you because you said it's a Mac thing, so I have no idea. I was going to say it sounds like a virus thing is happening in the background, like a virus checker, but I don't think Macs have those.
Got a little porn bot.
Yeah, something
Are you
like
downloading something in the background?
No, the only thing I can think of is I've been working from home all week, and so my computer's just been on the whole time, and maybe it's just kind of burnt out.
Yeah, that sounds like a Mac thing.
Fucking Macs.
Yeah.
Speaking of Macs, and
I'm here now.
Before we lose Curtis again, I have another huge surprise for you guys. You guys ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need major subscribe button hits and major like button hits on this. This was a big deal to get. Stay tuned. Watch this. You guys won't believe it. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Special guest. Duke
Oh,
in the
no.
house.
He's been here the whole time?
Oh yeah.
Has he been able to hear us?
Oh, yeah.
No. This is not good.
Wow, wait.
Dude, what's shaking?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Duke, say something. I'm having I can't.
Hello.
Okay, he's completely frozen. How is he for you guys?
Fine.
Not falling for that
I
again.
don't,
Oh,
You had
yeah.
him. I saw the concern.
Every week.
Me?
That's how we welcome you to the show, Duke.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Duke from the Retro Nonsense YouTube channel and the Retro Nonsense podcast, which he co-hosts with the guy 2 squares over from, Chris Roberts. And Duke is also busy on the Twitters with the Beat the Bandy challenge, which is with the guy, diagonal this way. Duke is involved everywhere with this, with the panel guests here.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You right, Matt?
Yeah, just like my score going down.
so thanks, Duke, for coming on by. Very excited to have you on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Kevin is super excited. I can tell he's vibrating, waiting to see some Dave Matthews Band.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got a whole pile of it here.
Can't
Ready to queue up.
Can't wait.
Mother Brain is excited in the chat.
Oh my gosh.
Stop it. Go on.
I'm not really the guest, but okay. Yeah, so that's exciting. So welcome to the vinyl collection. It's Duke's first time. So what we do is we have a good time with the live chat, and we have a good time amongst ourselves. We show off what's in our vinyl collection, what we've been picking up, and go through it, take a look. But we often start our rounds with something vinyl adjacent. So not necessarily a record right off the bat, but something related to it, which I don't know if we're going to keep doing this because these shows, what do we manage to fit in? Maybe 2 records a show per person nowadays, but that's okay. Keeps the show going. Shall I start? You want to see what I brought for something?
I
adjacent?
think you should start with Duke and then go around that way. He's still...
Counterclockwise. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mix it up.
Can I get my head around that?
Probably not.
Okay, Duke, you've been nominated.
What am I doing? A vinyl adjacent, so
And he's fired.
non-music.
Well, it can be music, but just not a vinyl record.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's gonna be
Anything
easy
but.
because I don't have any vinyl anyway. So
There you go.
All right.
And you're in the right place.
You're in the right show.
You're definitely on the
another
right.
Chris Roberts.
You're on the right row, that's for sure.
Don't lump me in with these two. Don't lump me in.
Well, you know what? This is kind of like a vinyl. There's you guys listened to our Star Wars episode. We were talking about this read along Star Wars book. Any you guys have this when you guys were kids? Or
I had the Jedi one.
this one?
Yeah, that one for sure.
Yeah.
With the record.
So these are the ones that, as you can see in the corner there, it shows the tape cassette. But as a kid, I had the record ones because I had a little record player. Remember the little record players you would open up like a suitcase? And it had the record player all kind of built in. I had one of those as a kid. It was blue. But yeah, these were fun. We were talking about it on the podcast how they redid all the dialogue and kind of the music and all is, and the sound effects I think are from the movie, but all the dialogue was redone for these. So I guess it's kind of like a vinyl.
I still remember when I first played back that Jedi one. I don't know why we're looking at Curtiss right now. I couldn't believe all the sound effects and stuff that were in it. It really blew me away.
Yeah.
And the voice acting is really good on it too.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I picked up these two for not that much. I think this one was like $8, and this was like, I don't know, $5 or something. I actually got them at a record store. And then while I was there, I saw, I don't know if anybody had these as a kid. You guys ever see this book?
No.
Nope.
Not me.
I didn't remember it until I saw it in the store. I was like, oh my gosh, I had that. But it's got
Do a
really
little
good
read along, Duke. Do a little teacher read along, like 3PO said. We're in danger.
But this has really good kind of painted artwork in there. I remember reading through this a lot when I was a kid. I guess my hand's in the way here. Hang on. So yeah, these were really cool. And it was weird because two of them came together and there was like a variant, I guess, with a dark sky versus the blue sky.
What's the story? Really cool. What's the story of the Maverick Moon?
Do you want me to read it to you?
Yeah, the whole thing.
I don't know. I don't remember.
We can get the crib notes.
Is it canon?
Probably. Lucas, there's some scribble in here and some rewritings from Lucas though, so he got a hold of this one. He redid some of it, so I guess it's better now.
Okay.
So anyway, then while I was there, I've been looking for this. I had this mask toy. Anybody else have mask toys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Really liked the series. The cartoon was really good, and the comics were good. But this is the one I had as a kid. I think I had this one and one more, but this is the one I remember the most that I played with the most.
Is this the one if you bump the bumper there, it changes or does something?
Yeah, a boat. It shoots out. A boat shoots out. So
A boat?
Yeah, it's a boat. They're all like dual vehicles. So when this thing opens up, the boat shoots out.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All the mask toys were like that.
Yeah.
And of course, a little figure here with the little mask.
I love those.
Yeah.
We talked about that a little bit, Duke, but I was just so fascinated. I love those little figures with the helmets and the masks.
Yeah. So this is missing there's a barrel, like a depth charge barrel that goes in the back and a gun. It's missing those pieces, but this is in really good shape.
Is that metal? Is it plastic?
It's plastic.
Oh, okay.
It's all plastic. Yeah. But so yeah, it wasn't that expensive. I usually would see this for like $40 and I found it for $18. So
yeah, that's a good deal.
In this shape, I was really happy with it. So
nice.
Yeah. So all right. How many of these do I do before you guys move on?
How many as you want? Take up the whole 2 hours.
All right. Well, also
I've done that before.
This has got me into some VCR collecting. So I just stumbled upon these two random VHS tapes. Raiders of the Lost Ark and RoboCop.
Oh, nice.
What a coincidence.
Just stumbled upon these the other day randomly. So,
you two were talking about it on your podcast. Those happen to be the two that you mentioned in your podcast. You each picked your favorite action movie from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
No love for Die Hard?
Well, it's not the favorite. We tried to stay away from that word. It's like a quintessential. Like it's not the best. It's something you have to see.
And I know you
So many to pick.
caveat with RoboCop that it's kind of sci-fi, but like, wouldn't Die Hard be more action adventure?
Well, I mean, it doesn't. It's not the only. There's plenty of action movies, Curtis.
Okay,
come on.
Okay. Either way,
if Die Hard would be your number one, then that's yours.
I think you kind of skewed too sci-fi with RoboCop. You should have saved that for a sci-fi.
It's more action than sci-fi.
I agree.
Okay.
It's completely more action.
You would pick Die Hard over Raiders of the Lost Ark, Curtis?
No, Raiders is there's no beating that. We would have both picked Raiders. We would have both shown.
Yeah, but
Raiders.
I mean, then there's going to be some Yahoo who will say, "How could you pick Die Hard for your best action movie when it's a Christmas movie?" So,
and I would go, that's a good point, but I picked that for my Christmas movie as well.
Well, I think, what did we mention it in the Christmas? I don't know. I think we talked about it and then we went away from it. But hey, this is the only action one we're gonna do, Curtis.
I would still pick RoboCop over Die Hard, though.
Yeah, I would too. I think they're both great. I mean, I love Die Hard, but I like RoboCop better.
RoboCop's such a hard movie to categorize, though. Like it has so many, like it has horror aspects, action, sci-fi. It's so hard to categorize that thing. Because I just watched that like 2 weeks ago. I had no idea you guys were doing that for your podcast either, and I've forgotten how
Violet,
like how many genres it spans.
Okay, we got to go around now. This is a Blues Brothers Point Break moment. Die Hard or RoboCop? Bill.
Oh man,
I think Die Hard.
Okay, Mars.
I'm not picking. That's just stupid. What moron would choose between those two? I'm watching both.
Oh, come on! But
there's not. It's apples
Gun
and
to
oranges.
your head. Yeah. Gun to your head. You were able to pick between Blues Brothers and Point Break.
Go ahead. One is horrible and one is an amazing comedy.
Okay, so between Die Hard and RoboCop.
No, I'm not picking. That's stupid. They're apples and oranges for one thing.
I'm taking RoboCop, and you're taking Die Hard, Duke.
I'm in Camp Die Hard all the way.
That's fine, Duke.
RoboCop.
And don't get me wrong, I love RoboCop.
Right,
I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Well, but Matt, I mean, we really.
Matt's the tiebreaker. Matt's the tiebreaker.
Go ahead, Matt.
Die Hard.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's good.
See, Mars, you could have tied it up, but
I don't care to.
Chris Roberts he wasn't really that familiar with RoboCop, even though he talked about it quite a bit in the podcast. I remember he described a scene where Buddy drives his panel truck into the silo of toxic waste, and Chris Roberts says, no one knew what he was driving into until he opened up the back door. But if you watch that scene, the silo has giant letters on it. Toxic waste. Which when I was watching,
he's watching
like,
it on
does that?
Bill, you're watching it on Blu-ray. He's watching it on VHS.
But Bill,
8mm.
But Bill, it happened quick, and you didn't necessarily know toxic waste was going to pour.
It was such a standout because I'm like, what factory advertises they have a huge silo of toxic waste?
Okay, and I'm sure the first time you watched it, you knew the doors were going to open and toxic waste was going to come out, and he was going to turn into the Toxic Avenger.
No, that was
that was what I was trying to say. Sorry, I didn't word it to your liking.
You got to be careful, Duke, what you say on this show, because this is what happens. This is what happens.
It was still great, and I congratulate you guys on delivering another awesome retro nonsense 30-minute podcast. It was super.
Yeah,
I love it. Can't wait for the next one. So Matt Bandy demoted himself mid Duke stream here. So
yeah, I'm sorry.
You guys are throwing me off. Like Chris Roberts gets the promotion up to top deck,
the
rare top corner. And we want to say hello to Miss Loba Bob, who's back in the chat. Hello. It's good to see you come back again. That's like 3 shows in a row, I think.
Wish I could check out the comments. My computer's completely frozen. If I want to change any of this, I'm gonna have to shut down again.
Yeah, so you can lay in hard on Curtiss in the chat, no problem.
I am not gonna
and
lose
I
my
will
spot.
not censor anything about Curtiss.
Right on.
So you know.
I can still get in the chat on my phone.
Oh.
But you can't remove it. That's my power.
I wouldn't be able to do that anyway.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You can say anything you want about Curtiss. I was just making that point, separate from yours.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you're just
moving on.
joining us, Chris Roberts has been granted power of moderation in the chat in case craziness happens. So we'll go for Duke. Are you done your vinyl?
Yeah.
Okay, Curtiss.
Duke wants to get out of here at some point today.
It's to me now.
Sure.
All right, I got some final. I got some vinyl adjacent. Let's start with homework. As always, I got some homework, and it was a busy week of homework. I had 2 albums to listen to. Do you guys remember?
Was one of them the Twistable Turnable Man?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Let's start with you, Matt Bandy. I listened to A Life Less Plagued by Carry On.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah,
Now-
that's good.
I remember, didn't you say A Life or Carry On is one of your like Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. That I liked this album far more than I liked Modern Life is War.
Yeah, it's definitely more accessible.
It's not, I still wouldn't say punk is my jam, but I enjoyed it. I appreciated it more, you know? I could understand what he was saying, for one. That was nice.
And it's probably, under 30 minutes? Maybe right
18
in 30
minutes and 12 seconds or something. It was super short.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was doing dishes and just jamming, you know?
Nice.
So yeah, I'll give you a plus on that. If you're into punk, I like that's a good one.
Nice.
And the other one, does anyone remember? No takers. Billiam.
Oh,
Come on, Billiam.
Do we
Was
have
Rough and Rowdy Ways? Did I throw that out there?
Hey, there you go. Now that's Bob's most recent one, right?
Yep, 2020. Come on.
This is the Masked Singer.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh.
Here's, if I could describe Rough and Rowdy Ways in one word, it's mellow. It's super mellow. And I kind of ended up digging that. The last track, though, dude, the last track's like a 13-minute track about the John F. Kennedy getting shot.
Amongst other things.
Amongst other things, yeah, but it really focuses on JFK a lot. Yeah, it was good. It's just super mellow. There's, it was good to put on in the background, you know, and it wasn't as like, surprisingly, it wasn't as raspy, Bob, as his Christmas album, which was 2009, I believe, even though this was 2020. He sounded a little bit more refined in his voice. So, yeah, I would put that in, having listened to all these Bob albums now, since we've been doing this, I would put that underneath gospel, but above the other ones that he did.
Above Christmas in the Heart.
Slightly. Christmas in the Heart was pretty good.
Yeah.
So that was my homework. So
nice.
We'll
Thank you for checking it out.
Of course. We'll see what else comes up this week. I do have some final adjacent. The first is a DVD I picked up. I don't know. I was at the record store. Nothing was grabbing my eye. And I saw this for $5 and I was like, yeah, I'll give it a whirl. Why not? It's Stones in Exile. So I believe this was kind of like a promotional DVD that they produced when they did the reissue in 2010, I think, of Exile on Main Street, because it's a documentary, but it's only an hour long. So they didn't put a whole lot of work into it. And it's nothing to write home about, but it was an easy watch. It was all about the Stones making Exile on Main Street. And it was weird, though, because they had all these interviews from the band, like current interviews but you never saw them actually talking. It was always voiceover over old footage or photos or all sort of stuff, which was really weird. The only person they really showed, even though they didn't show him talking, it would like they would show him smiling and laughing like during the interview, but you can tell that was when they interviewed him for this, was Bill Wyman of all people. It's really bizarre. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this, but it was fun to put on. And like,
did it actually have like Stone's music in the background and stuff?
Oh yeah, they played every track off of Exile on Main Street. You know, little snippets of it.
If you go on to like Amazon Prime or even Netflix or even Tubi, you can find like a lot of cheap documentaries about bands. But they have like they're very loosely connected to the band. It's just like people talking about the band. It's kind of this show.
And this this definitely had the involvement of all the band members, like current, because they did a little snippet where Charlie Watts and Mick Jagger went to one of the studios that they worked on this for. Okay. So it was good, and it had some like fun stories about the making of, and it was fun. But yeah, you know, I'm glad I didn't pay more than $5 for it. And then the other one I picked up, and we're getting into Chris Roberts and Duke territory. This was just a fun one. They had it for $5.99. I couldn't pass it up. I've been meaning to get it. I'm ashamed to admit I didn't have it on Blu-ray. I had it on DVD. I sold it. I'd been meaning to get it on Blu-ray. I finally found it cheap.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Good deal.
$5.99.
Oh, that's cheap.
So this is, and I wanted to get, I'm kind of I know they did like a fancy release of this recently, but I don't really care about that. And I kind of like having the regular Blu-ray thing to stack on the shelves. I don't really care for like the boxy ones. Everybody watch. Kevin's gonna
warning.
Be careful, Kevin.
Kevin, be careful. Oh gosh.
He stayed way away from
careful. Watch out for that step.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Down in the corner.
Oh my gosh.
Down in the corner. There you go, Curtis.
Okay, so you got the fancy. Yeah.
Fancy one. Wow, that's a big deal.
I was just saying that I didn't want
that's big
that.
time. That's big time, right?
I was just saying I didn't want that.
Now
that'll be the stuff that's going to be worth something later on.
Now you do.
Smart play.
No.
Now you do, because then you get
one's nice. It's on the shelf with all the rest of them.
This is something. This is a piece of ephemera I could not let Bill touch. You know,
that's really nice.
That's like what is that, like a 1/4 of the size of a normal poster?
This is a poster that I have and you don't.
I don't need that. That's garbage.
I could tell.
True ephemera.
And 4K, of course, ultra.
I don't want my Tremors in 4K. In fact, Chris, if you ever stumble across it, I mean, that's the money. I only got this because it's widescreen. I don't think they ever put out a widescreen.
Well, in your bedroom, it'll be fine on the
TV frame. on the full frame TV. Exactly.
Now, let me ask you. And anyway, any of you guys can answer this. Are you sleeve or no sleeve?
Braggart, very braggadocious.
That's really
Nobody
nice.
reads that stuff, Kevin. Nobody reads it. I have accepted that this stuff is bullshit. Like nobody reads that. I asked myself one day, why do I get this special edition? Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Well, when you sell it, you'll care.
No.
Anyways, the question: are you sleeve or no sleeve with your Blu-rays? No sleeve.
What do you mean? Oh, if it has a slip sleeve or whatever?
Yeah, slip cover is what I meant to say. Do you
throw them all away?
No slip cover? Throw them all away?
I throw them all away.
Oh no, you got to keep those.
Yeah, it stacks better.
Nope, throw them away.
Squares them off.
I have
See, I got a problem because I'll buy them used sometimes, and a lot of times, and then sometimes they have them, and sometimes they don't, and it's just like.
You're losing a lot of resale value if you get rid of them.
I don't care. I would just as soon burn them than resell them.
Wow, you're really hostile today. Is it Duke? Is he getting you like going there or something? Is he poking you, prodding you?
I don't know. It's maybe it's
the drink.
The root beer.
He's in a retro nonsense sandwich.
Let me tell you, I watched UHF today, and I opened up my Blu-ray for the first time, and I was so excited because when I opened it up, reversible cover, and it was like the old school cover on the other side.
I every time there's a reversible cover, I always do the reverse one.
If it's the old school one, like the UHF one is.
What has a good one is The Mist, this Frank Darabont movie, The Mist.
Yeah,
that one has a good reversible cover.
It's a terrible movie though.
What?
Which one, the original or the remake?
I don't know. The one that's based on the Stephen King book.
There's only one, Chris.
I thought there was one from the 80s or something.
One with the mist
and the fog.
Yeah, you're thinking.
I just thought maybe they might have done one. I don't know. Okay, yeah, that one from recently. That's good.
Kevin,
terrible ending.
That ending is. That's what the ending made it.
Yeah, it made it terrible.
Oh no!
It was so stupid.
About that
it's divisive, but I'm in the camp of I like the ending. I like that one.
Awful.
I think it took risk. Fucking spoiler alert. If they all just got away all happy, who gives a shit?
What was the point of the whole movie?
That's the point.
The whole point of it. The whole
it was
point
so
was
stupid.
No. Here, let's talk about it for a second. Let me talk about it for a second, okay? Thomas Jane's character arc was he throughout all this crap, he never gave up hope. He was always the positive, take charge. We're gonna get through this guy, and he lost hope. He finally abandoned his hope, and he's like, I can't do it, and karma reared its ugly head, and he shouldn't have lost hope.
Yeah, that's the moral of the story. Never give up.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Never surrender.
That too.
Never give up, never surrender. By Grabthar's hammer.
I will avenge you.
You shall be avenged. I will avenge you. I don't know. Yeah, whatever.
I've never seen Tremors.
Paraphrasing.
You've never seen Tremors? Come on, Duke. You'd love it.
I know. That's
Wake
one
up
I've always
there.
wanted to see. I don't know how it slipped me by, but I've never seen Tremors.
Oh my goodness.
Duke,
you
would love
the sequels,
it.
But
I know.
Tremors.
I think I would.
You would really love it.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check it out.
Duke, homework. Tremors.
Okay. Tremors. Got it. I'm on it.
And you could watch that with the whole family. That would be great.
Yeah.
It's a PG-13 movie.
Yeah, my kids have watched it. They loved it.
Yeah. I will check it out.
All
so
right.
Kevin, that 4K release, did it get a good print?
It's wonderful. Good? It's it cups your balls for the entire movie.
You just wonder if that kind of movie they just kind of chinsed out and said it was
No. They it's been restored from 4K.
Cool.
Yeah. Whoa.
Curtis, is that it for you or what?
That's it. I yield my time.
All right. Oh boy, strap in. Chris Roberts is next.
Oh, I got music. You might. Well, I guess you did hear about it, Kevin, because you came back, or you listened. But I got this secret spot in town. The guy's got 3 locations, and the second location. When I say second, they're in order as far as quality. So you got the top of the top and the bottom of the bottom, and in the middle, he's got a huge media section, and it's just tons of VHS, cassettes, and CDs. So I picked through his cassettes last week or the week before. Well, actually, the last 2 weeks, and I found some stuff. Well, I picked through everything, but here's the cassettes. So I got the Pink Floyd, the Momentary Lapse of Reason here.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and then this one, I had never heard of it, but I'm not that deep into their older stuff, I guess. But this goes for about $20. This a nice pair.
I've never heard of it.
I haven't ever heard of it either. Yeah, apparently it's kind of rare. So weird thing though is when I looked it up, it said something about spoken word, and I don't know if it was just put in the wrong category. And I haven't quite had a chance to listen to it yet. But yeah, it's kind of.
Is it an app? What's the track list on that?
There's
anything you recognize?
Nope. But it's weird. It's like one song or whatever is called Bike, and then there's one called Controls for the Heart of the Sun, and Remember a Day, and Set. I don't know. It's just all kinds of weird shit. So I don't quite know if you guys can see that, but so there it is. And then it says Program 1 and 2, so it feels very British. So I don't know. But there's that, and then I got some Dire Straits here. And at this point, I just grabbed anything that looks recognizable because it doesn't really change the price. This guy just kind of, once you find like an expensive item, you want to get other stuff so he doesn't focus on that item because he just counts the items and then basically goes $1 an item. So I found a couple expensive things and then I just like camouflage it with a bunch of other stuff. So I got the Hall & Oates here, Rock and Soul Part 1.
Nice.
This would be
Cool
me and you,
cover.
Curtis, when we arm wrestle.
Oh yeah.
There you go. And who doesn't like the White Snake?
Oh.
Probably everybody. But you know the weird thing is so that song "Here I Go Again" on my own, right? Like we've all heard it. Now, one day I was in a thrift store and I heard it, and it sounded a little different. And instead of saying like a drifter, I was born to walk alone, he says, like a hobo, I was born to walk alone. And I thought, that's weird. It's like, and I knew it wasn't a cover like somebody else singing. It was definitely Whitesnake. So I looked it up, and apparently the original song, they actually had this on another album. And that was the original words, like a hobo. And whenever they re-released this, I think it's 87 or maybe whatever it is. Whenever they re-released this, they said, hey, you know, we don't really like that hobo thing. You think you can switch that? So they switched the words. So if you ever hear the older version, it says hobo, which is so weird. When you hear it, you're like...
Do you know where you can find that version?
Online. You can go to YouTube.
But I mean, is it on an album or anything?
I didn't get that deep into it. I just read the backstory that it was on. I don't know if it was just a single or like it was an early release. I'm pretty sure it was on another album though. But this is what made their big break in America was this album right here. This is what everybody knows them for is this one. I mean, they might have something after that, but this was their big.
That was David Coverdale's band, right?
Yeah. You're gonna have to ask Kevin on that one.
That album has been re-released so many times so there's probably like versions of it with alternate takes and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I read though, the original version was with hobo, and it sounds so weird. I was in a thrift store and they just had it playing, and I'm kind of like you hear it and you're just listening to the music while you're searching, and then he said hobo, and I'm like, what the fuck, hobo? It was like I thought I was in a Mandela effect moment where I was like, did they switch? Was it always hobo? I'd go to my phone really quick. Whitesnake hobo, and then it's like no, I was the original version. I was like, oh, okay. And then to the last cassette, you got to have this one in your collection, Debbie Gibson.
Oh yeah,
everybody has Electric Youth, right?
Absolutely, I did.
Funny story, I did too. Funny story is my mom. One time she was going to Walmart, and I was a teenager, and she's like, "Do you want anything from the store?" And I was just kind of joking because this was on the radio. I guess it was Lost in Your Eyes was the big hit. And I was like, yeah, get me Debbie Gibson. And I didn't think she's going to bring it back. And she brought it back. I was like, oh, okay, well, there you go.
Dang, you could have said anything, dude. You went with Debbie Gibson.
I did not. My mom never brings back shit. I did not think she was going to go
one time.
So she was going to go through the music section and actually find Debbie Gibson at Walmart. Yeah. I mean, it was probably like a big display because it was brand new, but yeah. So
that's funny.
And matter of fact, I actually still have my copy around here somewhere. I just, like I said, I was just making a big pile. You hated it? Well,
would you like rage listen to it, Mother Brain? Like,
oh, I hate this so much.
Turn it over.
A couple more things. I found a pretty cool. Like I like these. They're like the full collection of the old horror movies. The classic monsters. So I found Creature.
Oh, nice. That's so cool.
Yeah, and it's it has all the Creature movies on it. I already had the Frankenstein, and I'm pretty sure I have the Mummy as well. There's a Dracula. There's I think I got that, not the Mummy, but there's a Mummy, a Dracula, Frankenstein, and a Wolfman. And again, at this place, you're just looking for anything of quality. And I also found this. This goes for probably about $15 to $20 too. I'll probably sell it, but something to look out for. If you ever see a DVD you haven't really seen before, and it kind of has this little they call it snap, like a snap case.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times they're worth something. I mean, not all the time, but let's say, for instance, like I got They Live on DVD, and the more common one would be your standard case. But if you find it with the snap, it's like an extra $5, which that's not a big difference. But sometimes it's like $80. So, if you're kind of hunting through the DVDs and you ain't got nothing else to look for, check the snap cases if you have time to do that.
I hated those cases.
I didn't like them either. I mean, the upside of it is usually they had cool artwork or something, but the downside is they usually had these double-sided DVDs in them. Especially some of the early DVDs, you actually had to flip them.
I remember like Goodfellas was like that.
You had to flip, and I hated that.
Wild Bunch, yeah.
Yeah, I hated that because it was still early DVD technology, but they are collectible for people who are into that.
I had a friend who, whenever he would get those, he would buy blank empty cases and print it out and switch them over because he didn't like how the cardboard ones looked on the shelf.
Yeah, that's OCD right there.
Yeah,
I can respect that. The last thing is just like I said, another movie I grabbed, but this is, if you haven't seen this movie, it's pretty good.
That's a great one.
Favorites.
It looks like Ex Machina, but I've heard it pronounced Machina.
It's Machina.
Machina. Yeah, so pretty good. And ironic part is like these two guys right there are both in Star Wars. Yeah, it's so weird to see them. This is the pilot. Whatever his name.
Dameron.
Yeah, Poe, and then that's the Nazi guy. Yeah,
Hux.
Yeah. What a trip! But this is a really good movie. Has a great ending, and I love it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Is that based on the comic book series?
I don't know.
I doubt it. I don't think so.
I don't know.
Oh no, it's not. It's not. Okay. It's a different thing.
And I don't know if it's still good or not. But if anybody wants the digital,
whoa,
there you go.
There you go.
Hold still.
There you go.
Good luck with that.
All right.
Good luck, people.
You never know. So there you go. Your turn, Kevin.
Well, I got music too. So as I teased on my blog yesterday, I went out to the thrift store last Friday and found a whole bunch of CDs. I'm not going to show them all here because we don't want to be here forever, but 3 of the CDs that I got were still sealed, and they're all, somewhere between 25 and 30 years old. So I thought it would be fun to open them up right here. So we got
it's like the subscribe button, right? Come on, Phil. That's your line. What are you doing?
Story.
We got Neil Young's Lucky 13. Weird Al Yankovic. Alapalooza. Isn't that like a disgrace really cool. that it's still sealed? And this is
no taste.
Bill's probably the only person on here that has heard of the Tragically Hip. They're a Canadian band, and this is a promo. Okay, well, somebody knows about it. This is like a single CD promo. It's not for sale. If you could see that.
Just one track.
This is the one track, and that's
got to be worth $4 Canadian at least. Right?
Probably,
at least.
So, which do you want me to open first? Out of all
Weird Al.
Go with Weird Al.
What's on that Weird Al? Which one's on that?
This is Jurassic Park, Bedrock Anthem, Frank's 2000-inch TV. That's one of my favorites. Achy Breaky Song. Traffic Jam, Talk Soup, Living in the Fridge, which is Aerosmith's Living on the Edge. She told me she was a mime, or she never told me she was a mime. Harvey the Wonder Hamster, that's a great little song. Waffle King and Bohemian Polka. Polka. All right, so
I never had that one as a kid. I always wanted that one.
I have it on cassette. Now I can retire the cassette so I can listen to the CD.
Was that the one that came after the Nirvana spoof one?
Yes. So
even worse? No,
it off the deep end.
Off the deep end, yeah.
Yeah. So after UHF tanked at the box office, he thought his career was done. So when he came up with Off the Deep End and that one took off, he was good. And then he followed it up with this Alapalooza. All right, let's open this up. So it's got remember these little tags here? We can
Oh yeah,
handy dandy.
Wow.
Look at
It's
that.
like a pack of smokes.
So there you go. One less sealed Alapalooza.
Oh man,
there we go.
you should have got that graded, buddy.
I don't. It's nice and it's in perfect condition, man. I can't believe it. Like they just
You got to
left it in
smell
there.
it, man. See what it smells like.
yeah. What's it smell like?
Doesn't smell like anything.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
You might have COVID, dude.
You're gonna get that.
There's the CD. I've never seen the CD before.
That is great.
I've had the cassette tape for forever, but never seen the image on the CD before. All right, come on. This is where this is where Bill rips it. There we go. Look at that. That's a handsome looking dude there with those glasses.
Oh wow, it looks like Freddie Mercury there.
Yeah.
And we discovered earlier that it's Curtiss that rips it off camera on this show.
Yeah, you rip it on camera.
I'll call it if it's me. I will call it. No, I'm proud of mine. So who was that? That was not me. That was not me.
It was pretty pathetic, whoever it was. All right,
that was weak sauce.
What are we going with next? Neil Young or the Tragically Hip?
Tragically Hip.
All right. This one has another pull tab on here. Here we go. So there is something rattling around in there.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't know what that is.
I hope it's not the CD.
I hope it's not either. There we
Now,
go.
where do we? You know how we were talking about like the slip cases or whatever. Where do we stand on CD cases? Just throw them away.
No, keep them.
Oh no, you don't throw them away.
No, you keep it. Crazy talk. There you go. There's the CD.
I do that with my vinyls too.
So
I don't need.
What was moving around?
I don't know. It might have been just
it's just a little the
card.
Yeah, it was just a little loose.
Nothing on the inside. So yeah, this was just
weak.
Yeah, but this was just one song, and it was just sent out to radio stations. Yeah, I guess it was just this was in there.
Now, was that song a hit?
Yeah, it was released as a single, and it was a hit for them in Canada. I don't know.
Right.
In the
That never made it to America. We got better taste. We're more refined.
There's only so much arguing I can do in an episode. So
I kind of agree with Chris Roberts.
yeah, well, Bill, you got questionable taste as well.
But what would you pick, Die Hard or RoboCop?
It'd be dumb to pick either one.
Oh, Kevin, what song was on there?
Oh, this was a compilation, right?
No, on the
Canadian
on the hip one.
Greasy Jungle. Greasy Jungle.
Greasy Jungle. Yeah.
There
That's
you go.
what,
See, Deke knows, man. Deke is like an expert. Don't mess with him.
That's
Here we go. Neil Young.
No, the time has passed. I had a good joke. That's fine.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't that great. So there you go.
Are you going to keep that?
Yeah. What are you gonna do with that sticker there,
I'll
buddy?
keep that.
You gonna cut it open, or you gonna?
I'd slide the plastic back.
Cut
on.
around
It fits perfect.
What?
Put the plastic back on there. It fits.
No, I'm not doing that every single time I want to listen to the CD. That's too much.
Just throw away the case. It's slowing you down.
I don't know what root beer is doing to you, Curtis, but it's not good.
Now, do you also rip your CDs off onto your hard drive or whatever?
Yes.
So you do both?
Yep. Put them all in there.
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, this
I
was
don't
like
think I've ever seen that.
The Blues. I remember that.
It was a compilation of like there was a bunch of songs throughout the 80s that didn't make the album kind of thing, and that's what this is. So it's kind of like one of those
Like a B-side.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there you go. There's that. So there you go. And that's my vinyl adjacent.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Bunch of openings on the show. That's our like. I can't see what our like situation is, but it's got to be like over 50 by now with that.
At least.
Better be.
Like, holy.
There you go. I got my scissors to cut that sticker out there. Put it in there.
And like all of those had the pull tab thing, which was also exciting. That's like a rare thing having that, from what I remember. I remember fighting with them more than them having that thing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I guess it's up to me now. And I can put you guys like this. Yeah, see, all little guys off to the side. Yeah, look at you. You're all tiny.
Fits perfectly.
That couldn't be any better.
That's awesome.
All right,
Duke, you have to come every week now, so just for that.
My vinyl adjacent is pretty adjacent. I did show this on Instagram. If you guys follow me on Instagram, STC Pod, look for us over there. I took a picture of this thing. Does anyone know what that is?
Not with your crappy camera. Oh, that's to cut audio tape in the edit suite. Your reel-to-reel tape.
Kevin nails it right away.
Well, I saw them in my television history books.
No,
you probably used them,
buddy. So this one actually has branding on it, which I never see this. S-3 edit all. This is for 1/4-inch audio tape, which I happen to have some here as an example. So this, you would find this on every single reel-to-reel machine for fast on-the-deck edits. And you put your tape, it's like basically a miter box for audio tape.
See, this should be a video on your channel.
The tape goes in the group. Well, what's wrong with the stuff that's on the channel? It's
nothing. I would like to watch this. A little in depth. I don't know much about reel. I know what reels are, but as far as how to edit tape and how to do that,
it's the edges are very sharp too. Apparently, I just ripped this.
Your daughter's poster.
Stuff so you put your tape in the groove like that, and then with a razor blade, you just go along the score marks to make a nice cut. And all you have to do is put some Scotch tape over it to join the two pieces back together.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, and I guess notice the cuts are slanty, not straight up and down. Apparently, if your cut is straight up and down, it will make a louder click than if it's slanty like this. The slanty spreads that click across more of the tape, so it kind of dissolves the click noise into the background. And the more slanty, the more it dissolves the sound. And as well, having it slanted, it doesn't trap dirt in the cut line like a straight up cut would do. So if you come across most reel-to-reels in a broadcast facility, this is mounted right on there, right by the heads. And they do this right on the fly. That's why these screw marks are here. And when Kevin was in television back in the old days, these were all over his VTR department, left over from
books.
From when they were still using them with our videotape reel-to-reel stuff. And of course, it was much bigger because you had to fit a full 1-inch videotape on there and slice it. So
those 1-inch machines that you showed on Instagram, are those actually in your building?
They are still, they're in a basement.
But are they still operational though?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
I don't even think we have a 1-inch machine anymore. We did upstairs, but I think they're got lost in renovations.
I got a 1-inch machine.
God dang you! I was gonna say that.
I bet. I remember my first day at Global. My boss and I was brand new. Like I had no idea. And he comes running in the room and he throws at me a 2-inch machine, 2-inch tape. That was even older than the 1-inch tape. Throws it at me. He's like, get this ready, prep it for air right away. It needs to go to air. And he throws me the tape, and I'm like, okay. And I'm looking around the room, and there's a 2-inch machine in there. And that was my initiation.
Yeah, they got you.
Yeah.
So yeah, a weird thing is this reel-to-reel audio tape. This is making a comeback, if you can believe it.
Mm-hmm.
The audio.
It is very hipster. Oh yeah, super hipster.
Really?
They're reproducing.
I almost bought one at the swap meet with a couple weeks ago. It was a nice Sony, but I just didn't really trust the seller, and I had no way
to buy those commercially though.
Yeah,
they're coming back. Yeah, they're music.
Really, they're going to redo everything. They'll be laser
like that,
market and everything.
Yeah.
From what I understand, there are the people that say this even sounds better than, definitely
than
sounds better than digital, and
oh my God.
Could even sound better than vinyl. The way it crushes the basses and manages the high high
I've
frequency stuff.
never heard anything on reel to reel.
They're actually making these machines again new. You can buy them new.
That's such a hoity-toity thing, though. Like, who's like, I can't listen to vinyl. They don't crush the bass enough. I need it on reel to reel. Like, get over yourself. Oh,
100%. So, yeah. I have no idea what's on this, by the way. I'd like to know one day, but I have no idea.
You don't have a reel to reel?
I do. It doesn't work.
Oh.
I think a belt is gone inside. I have to take it apart.
Oh, that should be an easy fix.
Maybe. If that's it, sure.
It's probably it. That's usually what goes out first on things like that.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, that's my vinyl adjacent and editor for audio tape. Matt Bandy, Mr. X.
Mr. X. That's right. So, no cassettes for me this week. I didn't get anything in the mail. I ordered some, actually. I ordered them on March 1st, the pre-order for a couple of releases. But those won't be here until May, so got to wait on those cassettes. But I have been showing some vinyl adjacent literature. So I have a few other books to show here having to do with music. First one I got here is a book called All Ages. This was put out by Revelation Records. Which is,
I was really hoping for more cock. Sorry.
All right. You know, maybe in subsequent episodes. But yeah, this is called All Ages, Reflections on Straight Edge. So these are different interviews done with people, musicians, and just people who were in the scene this is mostly from the late 80s. A lot of this has to do with a lot of the New York bands. Well, a lot of the bands that Revelation Records put out their records through. So it was just kind of not really interviews, but more so the artists talking about how they got into music and how they got into being straight edge. And it's been years since I've read this, but I was probably in my early 20s when I got this and was reading this, and it kind of bummed me out when I was reading this because it was like everybody at the time at this point in their lives when they were doing this book or when they were doing the interview were no longer straight edge. I was like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. But is that a chair or is that Curtis?
Chair. There's total chair. Chair. I was sitting down and I was like...
Well, but Matt, since we're into it, obviously I know, but for the sake of the chat and everything, why don't you explain what straight edge is all about?
Oof. That could take 2 hours.
I could do it in like 10 seconds.
They don't do drugs or alcohol.
Yeah,
and they like punk rock music.
2 seconds.
There you go. Okay, yeah, it's a personal choice to abstain from drugs and alcohol, and it's something that's been a part of my life since I was 19 years old, and I'm almost 40. So
I'm all about straight edge too.
There you go.
I drink to that.
Cheers. But yeah, this is chock full of cool different show flyers. And so that's kind of just some cool history if you're into hardcore straight edge music, especially from the New York scene from the late 80s.
Let me ask you something, Matt. What if you're a punk rock band, but you're not straight edge?
That's fine. There's definitely more non-straight edge punk bands than there are straight edge bands.
It's just a different... They're straight edge.
It's not
scene, right?
Yeah, it's not. No, well, there's a lot of cross pollination.
But there's not a. You don't have like a straight edge concert with a concert like two people on the bill and one straight edge and one's like shooting at meth.
Sure. No, you can have all different types of things.
Meth.
Yeah, like it's a personal choice. And there's definitely bands that are all straight edge, and that's a lot of their imagery and kind of what their songs are about. And,
is there a word for non-straight edge? Like
no.
wiggly edge?
No.
Wavering edge. They're right there.
Wavering is I've seen a few wavering edges in my lifetime.
Is there any loopholes in straight edge? Like,
No,
Yeah.
there are some people that's gone for round 2, but it's
Like,
the
okay.
old thing is if you're not now, you never were. So
Now let me give you a scenario. You're a straight edge punk rocker. You're at church and it's communion. You go up. He hands you the little thing of wine. What do you do?
I don't know. I've never been in that scenario, but I would be.
It's not wine,
that would
though,
be
right? It's the blood of Christ.
Does he put it
true.
in his mouth and just hold it there until church is over and then go spit it out?
I don't know.
But you got to drink.
But they give the kids grape juice, dude. They don't give the children wine.
Well,
I don't think it would upset.
Children don't think rockers or do you?
No, but you're talking about the children take communion too, right, Bill?
I think they get the wine if they go
get
up.
real wine with alcohol in it.
I think so. I
bring my own.
Priests are in trouble. They get them lubed up, and
I bring my own. I'm like, that's not enough. I'm thirsty.
Lubed up.
I'm just enjoying the look of regret on Duke's face. It has been the most entertaining part of this show so far. He's
so
like,
glad
what
he
am I
signed up for the
doing
whole
here?
Not
arguing.
Matt Bandy is frozen with this weird look on his face. You guys.
I am frozen. I can hear everybody. I am frozen.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
It's creeping me out. He's like staring at me.
It couldn't have frozen on a more perfect photo.
It is a really good look.
I'm gonna have to snap a picture of what you're frozen on here, Curtis, because it's pretty good too.
It's like your kid just got a B-.
Can you see me though? Or?
Oh, he's going now.
I love to cut him off halfway through that.
Oh,
you picked a good show to be on, Duke. This is
I
a good
see
one.
that.
I hope you're having fun, Duke.
I am.
Good. You're up next, and we're at the 1 hour mark, and it's time for actual vinyl.
I don't get into the vinyl.
Now, when you say actual vinyl, for me that means actual music, right? Because
doesn't have to be
vinyl.
So circular.
You show what you got, Duke.
I'm going to show what I picked up. I went to this really cool vinyl store just last week that I discovered, and it was amazing. It was like literally thousands and thousands of tapes and CDs and records and stereo equipment. It was a mess, but it was really fun to walk through there and spend some time picking through some stuff. So
Duke showed me a picture of that place, and it does look amazing. We don't have those anymore around here because I don't know if rents are too high and people just don't, can't afford to not care about their stores like this anymore. But he's just showed me this cavalcade of stuff everywhere. And I used to love going into stores like that because you never know what you're going to find once you start digging.
I was probably in there for 2 hours, and I could have spent 2 weeks in there and never scratched the surface. I mean, it was that much stuff. It was unbelievable. And we have quite a few stores like that I can.
Can you share that photo on the thing? No, Bill should have it. He should be able to get it up quicker.
Let me see if I can at least pull it up on my phone.
Sure about that?
Who's gonna get it up first?
Bill's not even trying. He's like, okay,
here we go.
Lost that ability years ago.
So I'll do this. Here, can you guys see the video on my phone?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh wow! Look at that.
This was just like one corner. I'm telling you, it was unbelievable. Just thousands. And what's cool about most of these little shops is most of the owners are just so cool, and they'll just talk to you and give you deals, and very knowledgeable and fun to talk to. So they're really fun to go into just to experience the store itself. But I mean, I could have spent so much time in there. But anyway, I picked through. I'll show the first CD, or the only CD I picked up. Any Guns N' Roses fans?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
No.
You got the better of the illusions.
I disagree. Yep. I like two.
What?
There's good tracks on two.
There is.
Now, here's the thing. This is the weird thing. So I recently bought what I thought was Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. I bought it offline, because the picture online had the blue and the orange, both on the CD cover. And I was like, oh, that's a double disc. So I clicked on it and bought it. And I got it. And I was like, wait a minute, this is Use Your Illusion 1. I was confused. So I did listen to it. So then I was at the record store and I was like, well, wait a minute. I read the songs on here. And I was like, I must have bought Use Your Illusion 2 because the songs didn't line up. Long story short, there's a Use Your Illusion 1, a Use Your Illusion 2, and then there's Use Your Illusions, which is one CD that has a combination of some of the songs from the first one, some of the songs from the second one. That's the one that I initially bought. And I was so confused as to which one it was. So now I have Use Your Illusion 1 and Use Your Illusions, but not Use Your Illusions 2.
Dude, can you say Use Your Illusions like
that's
5
the last
times
time
fast?
I'm saying it. I can't even say it one time right. So.
Curtis, you're taking all my material before I get to it.
I'm sorry, man. That's what happens when you're in this square.
I really I listened to these back in the day when they first came out. Very nostalgic to me because it came out the year that I started dating my wife in 1992. Right, honey?
Oh. Yeah.
1992. So
did she take you down to Paradise City?
She did. I'm still
wrong
there.
album.
All right. You know what? Well, I didn't. Shut up.
So
it was Love in an Elevator.
Was it all about? Was it all dust and bones? Wait, no. Hold on.
So I guess the best tracks on here are "Live and Let Die" is a great cover. "Don't Cry" is great. There's there's two versions of "Don't Cry," one on this one and one on the other one. Let's see here. "November Rain," "The Garden's" really good. I like the second one better with like "Civil War."
Civil War is
great
awesome.
song.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
such
that
a good
track.
one.
So anyway, not as good as "Appetite for Destruction," but these are both pretty good if you ask me.
Yep.
Good stuff.
What about Lies?
Lies?
Yeah, their second album after Appetite.
Well, it's an EP.
Well, I was going to say I don't remember that one. I thought this was their second.
Lies is the one with Patience on it.
Yeah. Just a little patience.
Yeah, okay. I forgot about that one, to be honest with you. I only
A lot of
remember
people have.
Appetite and these two. But so I was listening to Appetite for Destruction. I forgot how good that is, like start to beginning, just a masterpiece if you ask me. I love that. I know Kevin's not the biggest Guns N' Roses fan, but
if you had to choose between
I won't do it. I won't do it.
Between that album, well, between that and what's your favorite AC/DC album, Kevin?
Oh, I'm not going down this road.
Let's say Back
No,
in Black.
thanks.
Which one's better there, buddy?
All right. Well,
is Guns N' Roses like your favorite band? Or
I'd say Appetite is probably my favorite 80s rock album for sure.
It's a good one.
Have you ever listened to the Spaghetti Incident?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not that great.
Yeah, it's all cover songs.
Yeah. Not a big fan of that one. That was that's the start of their downfall. I did buy that when it first came out back in the day. I just never liked it.
Where do you stand on Chinese Democracy?
That's even worse.
Yeah,
I've never listened to that one.
Did he take 20 years to release it?
Yeah.
Or more?
Not a fan. So speaking of AC/DC, I'm going to go from worst to best here with these tapes I picked up. Anybody?
Yeah, that's good.
Yes,
I love Cinderella.
rules.
Yeah, they. I was listening to this tonight to kind of brush up on this stuff, and I couldn't get over how much he sounds like Brian Johnson. That's his name, right? From AC/DC.
Yep.
Yeah, very, very similar vocals.
Yeah, they got lumped into the
Hair metal.
hair band, but they're not really a hair band.
Now they have a sort of a country kind of twang to them, a little bit with some of their songs.
What's on that?
Vocals,
What's on that one?
I guess most notably there was let's see here. Gypsy Road was one of their, I guess, popular songs. Long Cold Winter is the name of and that's the title song.
They were an East Coast band,
Don't
right?
Know
They
What
weren't
You Got
part of
Till It's Gone is their
Yeah.
probably the biggest.
Oh yeah,
that
that's
was
a good
a big hit.
Yeah,
So
that's a
pretty
good
decent.
find. Yeah.
Then we got some Twisted Sister.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good one.
This one's
Yeah.
got some classics on there. We're Not Going to Take It. Let's see here. I Want to Rock.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah.
I guess this is
Both of those videos were so good.
Yeah, but I mean, what's going on with this guy on the cover? I mean, come on.
That's Dee Snider, man.
I know.
Yeah, he's a rock star.
Yeah,
Imagine dressing up like that and chewing on bone for your CD or tape cover.
it was the '80s. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
All right, we got some Slaughter.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Oh,
I
no.
remember seeing that. Oh yeah, that's funny. I haven't seen
Not
that
the
yet.
greatest, I guess. The Up All Night was a pretty good song. Fly to the Angels, I guess, was one that got some radio play as well. But okay, I mean, kind of generic, but
Yeah.
guy's got a decent voice. And these are kind of lumped in. I mean, Firehouse, Slaughter, they're all kind of sound the same. How corny is this cover though? You got Firehouse and you got a fire in a house in the background with some
Little on the
hot
nose
girl.
there, huh?
Oh, I didn't even see there was a house on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Really corny, but it's not a bad album. It's let's see, I guess. Don't Treat Me Bad, I guess, was the big one off of this one. Love of a Lifetime as well. They're the ones that got the radio play, but it's good stuff. Cheesy hairband stuff. But now this is something I never had back in the day, and being a Guns N' Roses and Metallica fan, I wouldn't admit to listening to this, but
Hey,
Bon Jovi
nothing wrong
is
with
really
that.
good.
Nothing
There's
wrong
so
with
much-
that.
I mean, I never listened to this back in the day, but looking back, I mean, You Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer, Wanted Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's bad stuff, but it's good. In a
Yeah,
way.
great.
It's great stuff. What are you talking
Yeah.
That's
about?
not bad at all. Don't
Not
let
a
Kevin
fan.
shame you.
I'm sorry.
I don't like that one.
So,
Yo, you're entitled to your opinion.
Thank you.
Kevin, I know you're a Joel McHale fan, right?
Yes.
I remember one time Tara and I were watching The Soup, and he was making fun of Bon Jovi, and his joke was Bon Jovi brought smiling back to rock and roll. I thought that was a funny line. The big old goofy grin. So, yep, kind of corny, and you stole my thunder, Chris. I love this.
Oh, there you go.
Tape.
There you go.
Love this tape. I listened to almost this whole thing tonight.
Did you know about the
and
hobo lyric?
I did not. That was news to me.
Yeah, you
That
got
was-
to look it up. It's
look that
odd,
one up.
man. Yeah,
That would sound weird. That's a weird.
it's where you can't unhear it.
Still the Night is a fantastic song.
Oh yeah,
I
that was the other
I
one.
love that song. This one is like the whole thing is just full of good songs. So I love this tape when I was a kid. I used to listen to this when I was cutting grass and stuff when I was a young man.
Cutting grass.
All right, I'll stop there.
Duke, have you run into like a Warbly tape yet? Where like you put
Yeah.
it in and just
Yeah, I got Def Leppard Hysteria, which I love that. That was the first tape I ever bought when I was like 13 years old, I think. And I was excited to find it, put it in, and yeah, it sounds awful.
How's your
So,
cassette deck?
It's a
I mean,
really
it's-
nice one. I
Hey,
got a
well-
high end one. That
Yeah,
my
that's what you
father-in-law
got
gave
from
me.
your father-in-law.
Yeah.
Now, do you have yourself a cassette deck cleaner?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You should do that.
he didn't get one.
I didn't even know that was.
No, I don't have a working cassette deck, so
That's the thing.
Here's the thing with the cassette, it's having issues rewinding. Like it'll sort of slow down and kind of stop, and I have to put it in another thing and rewind it in another tape player.
yeah,
So
I
I'm
would
not sure why.
avoid rewinding it.
Really?
Slipping.
Yeah, I would fast forward more than rewind. Rewinding is usually the hardest thing on like VCRs or cassette decks.
Yeah. So, well, there you go. There's
Just a little
my
bit of
finds.
alcohol and a Q-tip on the head.
On the head,
That's-
Yep.
yeah.
That's same thing.
I
All right, great
agree.
advice.
He's right.
All right, Duke. Nice work presenting your music stuff. Good stuff.
Thank you.
No round vinyl discs this turn.
Yeah, I'm so tempted. I'm scared though. I'm scared to go down that road. And when I was in
Do
that
it.
shop, he had record players all over the place, and I asked him. I said, give me your high and low?" And he's like, "Well, I got on the low end are about $65, and on the high end, I got some for like 200 and some."
And then
And I
there's
was
the
like-
one that Curtis got. It's worth about $15 at Walmart.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
But the
You-
guy
you-
was like, "They're all tested. They all work." And I was like, I was so tempted to buy one, but I know if I do, I'm just gonna yet have another thing to spend money on. So I'm I'm holding back for now, but I know it's eventually going to be in my future. I'm sure.
You don't want to go too cheap with the vinyl with the record player though, because if you do, the record player can actually ruin the records over time. You know.
Gotcha.
And you'll end up replacing it anyway.
Well, I actually got one with this setup that my father-in-law gave me, but I gave it to Bobby because Bobby's, these kids these days are really into vinyl as well. So I gave it to Bobby so he can listen to his Ramones albums and stuff like that. He's really into punk. And
you could show those next time.
Yeah, maybe I'll go
on again. Show his, grab his records.
Bring him on the show.
Or Brad,
he would love that, man. He's really into music. He knows more than I do. Nice. He's like Matt. He knows all these metal genres and black metal and witch metal and whatever else metal there is.
Witch metal.
Nice.
Does he know Dungeon Synth?
Yeah, he knows them all. He knows them all. No, you know what? It's Witch. There's a band called Witch Vomit. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, Witch Vomit. Yeah, I know that, man.
Yes. How could we forget?
So, Duke, in this store, how did the pricing situation work? Did the guy just know his prices, or was everything marked?
It seemed pretty random. Like the tapes that I bought, he's like, "Well, where'd you get the tapes from?" I said, "Well, some I got over there, and some I got." He's like, "Okay." I think it was because he knew that certain ones he had tested and other ones he hadn't. But some of them were marked, some of them were. The place was a complete mess. So I think it was kind of like on the fly pricing. Some of stuff was marked and some wasn't. But he was like, I negotiate, and people that were in there were saying, will you take this? And he was like, sure. So it was real kind of loosey goosey, which was cool.
You need to go back.
Yeah. Oh, I'll go back, man.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Like a honey hole, man.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, Little C, drink Wisconsibly. You're up.
All right. Well, so I went out hunting a couple days ago. I did find Tremors and Stones in Exile. I did find one album. I didn't really find it. I knew it was there, and I wasn't finding anything that was really tickling my fancy. So I was like, I'll check another one off the list that I've been meaning to get. And that was Honky Chateau.
Oh, nice.
Elton John, which, man, I think this might be his best album. This is a good one, man. This one's freaking.
Isn't that what they called your house back in Wisconsin?
Pretty much. This has Honky Cat, Mellow. I think I'm gonna kill myself. Susie, Rocket Man, Salvation, Slave, Mona Lisa, Send Mad Headers. Look at these. Yeah. This has got a fun. Look at that.
Oh, Jesus!
That's way cool.
Nice. You gotta be careful not to rip that tab, though. It looks pretty rippable.
We know who would. Don't bill it.
Usually after the vinyl podcast, I usually just throw my things away. This is just cardboard. I don't need that. I'm gonna listen to the vinyl. I need the plastic for the vinyl. There we go.
Very nice.
Best way to hold the record.
Shut up.
What's that going for nowadays?
That was 25.
Ooh,
25
wowzers!
Big money.
That's American dollars.
That's that Hollywood money right there.
Yowza.
You need to come up to the Central Coast and buy some records, buddy.
Yeah, how many royalty checks that took?
I would love that. Well, I've had a good week, and I thought I'm gonna treat myself to a little Elton John.
Yeah, those LA prices are brutal.
Yeah, what can you do? Okay, let's move on. Here's a good one. This is So go check out Transformers and beer, and collecting.
And it's still not right.
Yeah, whatever it is, I don't know. Joe's.
I know, it's funny. He's on his fourth name, I think.
I love this. This is my favorite Springsteen album. It's the best one, in my opinion. You disagree, Mark?
Oh, yeah.
I have the Sesame Street Born to Count record.
Horn to count.
What
Nice.
say you, Kevin? Which one?
Oh, there's Darkness on the Edge of Town.
Sure.
The River.
Yeah.
I do like
I would put those above that. And then
this one's got me. I can't get enough of 10th Avenue Freeze Out.
Yeah, it's good.
That's
I'm
a
not
good
saying it's
song.
bad. It's top 5 for me, but I would put those two over that.
Okay. What about where do you stand on Born in the USA?
Yeah, it's all right. I think
one's
we
okay.
have it. I think we have that one. My mom has a copy of it, so I'm gonna inherit it at some point.
Look at that. That's good.
That's good.
I'm on
I mean,
Fire.
it's
Such a great
Glory
song.
days.
It plays like a greatest hits. Like
Of the
there's
It does. It does. It's got that. Oh, is there something? Oh, ephemera.
hot and feminine.
I just like to say it, Kevin.
I
Just
know,
to,
it's-
just to piss you off, mostly.
Oh,
Let's
is
check
that
out what
I'm
else.
on
What other
Fire?
ephemeras in here?
Is it I'm on Fire? Is that the same as the Waylon Jennings song? And there's a couple other people did that too.
it was a hit for Bruce Springsteen. I don't know if Waylon Jennings did a version of it.
That's where I want to be in a couple years, right there.
Get it up those hips.
Oh, hell yeah.
Looks like he's
Hell
ready to
yeah.
fight somebody.
I would love to see. I hope I get to see him before he stops touring. He's kind of on my to see list.
I don't think he's ever going to stop touring.
He's
Yeah,
got
I don't
Did
lots
he
think
ever
of-
get off
lots
the
left.
East Coast anymore, though? I mean,
Oh yeah,
does he? 'Cause, man, it feels like it's all about that upper northeast.
Hey Curtis, could you check the liner notes there and see who has the writing credits on the I'm on Fire?
doesn't really say.
We could just Google that.
Yeah.
You guys are the vinyl pundits.
Yeah, sorry, bro. I'm gonna have to
All right.
have the other guys look that up. And then, okay, this is a good one because Duke's here. This one's for you, Duke.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
React, damn it!
I'm glad you guys can't see my hands.
Oh, little hand check.
Wow. You guys definitely
really
bring
cool.
out the worst in Duke.
Great,
That's sweet.
great album. You know, I was with my, I remember the day I got this. I must have got this like 10 years ago or so now. I was with my buddy. He got Empire and I got Star Wars. And I don't know who came out on top on that one. Because Empire's got Darth Vader's theme. Plus you get the theme. But this one, you get the Cantina theme. You got, you know, you got some good stuff. But I think Leia's theme is in Duke. There you go. The other, oh goodness, I'm not going to take out the other one. It looks the same, but this is a good one. This is a fun one to put on.
I love the back on that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, if you're ever going to have a greatest hits, it's this one.
Oh, you need all the albums. You need all the albums. You're
Yeah,
missing
maybe,
out so much.
maybe. I'm not a huge Steely Dan guy, but I found, you know, I stumbled across this for like $5. So,
Oh, well, yeah.
I
would
wasn't
pick it up.
yeah, it wasn't
So
about
what do you got?
that.
You got Peg on there. You got Do It Again. Oh, yeah.
Reeling in the Years, My Old School, Ricky Don't Lose That Number. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. This is 72 to 78. So let's see if we got any ephemera. That's just a record. Nothing fancy.
Is that a door?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like fuzzy. It's like
Oh, fuzzy.
fuzzy. Yeah.
I like fuzzy.
All right, here's a good one. Oh, another movie one. I may have shown this one before. I can't remember, but we're gonna show it again.
What's Duke think of that one?
Checked out.
I think Duke's dropping a dookie. So this is a good one. The old ragtime stuff. It's fun.
I had my best friend growing up, his family's doorbell played that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, whenever they ring the doorbell.
I'm trying to get through the S's today, so bear with me. I think I only got like one more. Let's see. Yeah, this is my... All right, and my last S for the day. This album was named after Chris's mom. Little known fact. Well, sorry. This band was named after Chris's mom.
Now we know why Duke left.
That's
Supertramp. She's a Christian woman. How dare you?
Show's
Breakfast in America. Now this album freaking rules. You guys like Supertramp? I think they're underrated, man. This one, I don't know if you can see. It's got Breakfast in America, Goodbye Stranger, The Logical Song. Take the Long Way Home. A lot of good stuff on this.
That was a big album.
Yeah. So, got that. Yeah, Supertramp rules. I remember, I don't know why, but a memory sticks in my head. I used to deliver auto parts when I was in high school. And I would... this was before MP3 and satellite radio and all that crap. So I just had to listen to the radio, and I would listen to the classic rock station. And I'm not kidding. They played Supertramp, Goodbye Stranger, like once an hour. I knew every word to that song. By the end, I worked 2 summers or two years at this car auto store. And I knew, oh man, did I know Supertramp very well. That's my Supertramp story. That's where I'm going to leave
auto parts.
CarQuest. That's where I work.
Yeah, that's a big organization.
Yeah. So.
All right. That's Curtis's S's.
It's my S's.
All right. Moving on over to Chris Roberts is up.
According to the internet, Bruce Springsteen wrote that.
Okay.
Matt. So.
It might be a different song.
Yeah, or they covered his song, but it's unlikely. It's possible, though.
That Pink Floyd tape you showed earlier is a compilation of their first 2 albums.
Okay. Well, apparently it's an uncommon cassette tape in America, I guess.
I could totally see that because it probably, it was, something at the time, and then,
and that makes sense, too, because it's called a nice pair. So they probably have one album on one side, one album on the other side, because it does make it sound like that Program A, Program B. So that makes sense. Right on. So back to that store again. I went through their CDs. It was funny because this was the week that Kevin, you went through your Ozzy Osbourne, and I feel like I almost got every one of the CDs the records you got, but. Nice.
So I keep looking for that, by the way. Sorry, not to cut you off, Chris, but I keep looking for Blizzard of Oz because I really do want to pick that one up, and I can't find it.
Curtis, you're saying you're into live albums. You should definitely check out that Randy Rhoads tribute album because it is like Blizzard of Oz, but it's live.
So it's Ozzy, right?
Yep.
See him,
it's Ozzy, Randy Rhoads tribute. Good night, Mother Brain.
And it's one of their official albums, right?
It's an official album. Came out in 87 or something like that.
Does it have a title?
The Randy Rhoads tribute.
Oh, tribute. Yeah.
Or tribute. Just tribute. Sure.
Boom, saved. That'll be on this week's homework.
Awesome.
All right, so we'll start with Bark at the Moon.
Nice. That's a good one.
It's Barking at the Moon there. And we got a Diary of a Madman.
Another good one.
Yep. And these were all on the counter right when I walked in, so I just went ahead and scooped them up instantly. No More Tears.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah. And then
that was huge. Yeah,
this one's 22-bit SBM digital remaster of the Ultimate Sin.
Yeah.
So
that one's tough to get because they're always arguing over the song rights.
Okay, so is that the one where you said they re-recorded it?
They re-recorded actually the first few albums. Like they just took the bass player and the drummer out of it and recorded with that. That album, The Ultimate Sin, like Ozzy kind of just wants to forget about the album because he didn't he's listed as the only person on the writing credits, but really the guitarist and the other members of the band wrote all the songs on there, and so they're constantly arguing over it. So I think it's out of print right now.
It might be. I haven't looked them up yet. I'm going to keep them, but so I guess it really doesn't matter. But it's kind of cool to know the value. And I just noticed this. I guess at the end, Epic must have changed their name to Epic Associated.
Oh,
so I don't know. Yeah, a little fun fact, I guess, or not so fun. I don't know anything about this, but it seemed to get people fired up in my Instagram. But it just looked cool. This Racer X Street Lethal. So I don't know anything about it, but and then this is the one like I don't know anything about this album either, but the case looks cool. It's the AC/DC flick of a switch, and you open it up. It's got a little concert footage in there, and it's got a little manual there. Or whatever you call a little book.
Manual.
Not that great, though. Not that great.
Video game.
Classic.
So,
you had to fit manual in one time.
Gotta put CD in player.
Right.
Press play.
And then I've been trying to get all the Rage Against the Machine albums after listening to that Howard interview. I don't know, I kind of wanted to pick them up, but I couldn't. But I found the Audio Slave though. So
Oh, I like them.
I do too.
Chris Cornell.
Yeah, he's good.
When's his next album coming out?
Oh, too soon. Yikes.
Come on.
Curtis, I mean.
Yeah, dude. And then I'll finish off with just a couple of things. One I got today, actually. I don't really pick these up a lot, but whenever I see something this old, it's kind of fun because sometimes there's commercials on it, and sometimes makes the tape really valuable. But the 1995 MTV Awards.
Oh, nice. Cool.
So I'll give this a whirl sometime this weekend.
Is that the one where Stern comes down as Fart Man?
I don't know, man. I'm hoping so. I didn't want to look it up because I kind of wanted to be surprised, but it would be in that era. It could be.
No, because it was Metallica that was getting an award for the Black Album, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that?
I think it was before that.
Then maybe 94, 93,
like 91, 92.
Black Album was like 92, I think.
Yeah, because that was when they went grunge, right?
Black Album was 91.
91.
Okay, well, whatever. This is 95, so we'll find out what's on here. And now a cool thing about VHS collecting is you come across a lot of weird shit that'll never make it on any other medium. And this is it's like a anti-drug educational video that you're supposed to show your children. It's called Nightmare on Drug Street. And then, so it's kind of cool. You look at like these are actors, but I'm assuming all three of these had a bad deal with drugs.
Chris, you got to rip that onto YouTube so we can all watch
I'm telling you, man. And weird thing, it's about a $35 tape, which isn't super high end, but I mean, for a 30-minute video, I don't know. It's really cool. I knew it was coming home with me the second I saw it. But I was
What's the tagline at the top? What's it say?
Fight drug abuse. Educate your children now. Or educate your kids now. So
here, kid, watch this video.
Yeah, exactly. It got the 1988 silver medal international film and TV, and then it's cut off. But I'm assuming this is like the most I mean, like, how deep did they cut on that award? The 1988 silver medal international film and TV, and then I'll work on that sticker later.
I think those awards are still going today, right?
They must be. I mean, this is like, come on.
No, don't peel it off. Leave it on there.
What won gold? That's what I want to know.
I want to know. I gotta know who won. And then this is really the highlight, and I'm so glad that. So every now and then I'll put out feelers for something I'm looking for, and usually somebody comes through. And this guy came through big time because, man, this is. I mean, it still has the plastic on it. The tape is immaculate, and so it's the 88 blob.
Yes.
And this is the other movie should just be burned compared to this movie. This movie's great. This is a true horror movie, and
it's one of the best.
You don't burn Steve McQueen.
The prices are shooting up. They're averaging about 35 to 40. This guy gave it to me for $20, and I'm really happy with it. And I couldn't even tell it was going to look this good in the pictures. Like, this is very clean. And then today I went to this thrift store today, and they didn't really have a lot up top, but I picked up a couple tapes just because they were $5 for $1, and I figure I could resell them later. And they're like, do you want to go downstairs? And I'm like, oh, what? You got downstairs? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. And I went downstairs, and it was like the employee section. So just nothing special, but one of the tapes was that MTV thing, but got the old Come in Peace.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, it's out print too, so it's kind of cool. And then this might come in handy.
Nice. I just watched that the other night.
I love that movie.
If you're collecting, you really want the clamshell one. It's worth a little more, but this is more manageable on your shelf, and it looks really nice. And I think I got this either I got this today. I think I got this the other day, but it's just like a collection of John Lennon videos, I guess.
Oh, that's cool.
I haven't watched this yet, but I've been getting into this more, finding
music ones?
Because it seems like when I go into like when we went to that record store, this would have been the only thing they would have had. I don't think they had any, but I go into a lot of record stores and they'll have a small VHS section, and it's usually stuff like this.
That's cool.
And I got a Van Halen the other day. I got a Nirvana live, and
didn't you get Bon Jovi? Like,
all the video.
Everyone went, yeah.
Hey, Chris, in that store I was talking about, they had I think it was a 2-tape set of Metallica on VHS. Would you want that?
Sure. Especially
I saw it, I almost picked it up, but I was like, I was kind of reaching my limit at the time, but I'll pick it up for you if it's there next time.
Yeah, as long as they don't set you back too far.
What about that Maytag Neptune warranty tape I showed you?
You know what? Some of those things are gold, Bill. I don't know what that one is, but there are some legendary like manufacturer tapes because they're so bad. I'll briefly talk about, and I'm on the lookout for it, and I should have just stolen when I worked there. I used to manage this Chevron when I was in my 20s, and we had these tapes that you were supposed to play people, like your new trainees. They're supposed to watch them. And I remember when I first started, I had to watch these things, and they're just so bad. It's like, all right, so like a little person comes to the counter. It's a female, but she's a little person. And she comes to the counter, and the guy's just like, "Hey, little lady," and then it stops. And it's like, how should he address the customer? And then like a black guy comes, he's like, "What's happening?" And it's like, stop. What I mean? Like, just talk to them like they're normal people.
Oh my gosh!
Don't do that. You know what I mean? And
I remember when I worked at Hollywood Video, we had to watch those tapes, and they made really nice. You can probably find them on YouTube. These like, training tapes. And I remember there was one about sexual harassment, and it was like a woman doing it to the man. So it was like the manager, doing it to the like male employee. And I remember it was something like, hey, Mrs. or Miss, whatever. Can I get Friday off to go to the Weezer concert? She's like,
you want to work for it, big boy?
You need someone to go with or something like that. He's like, I just want to go to the Weezer concert.
Little quick tidbit. So we have them for the company I work for, and so the lady, our trainer, every now and then she wants to update them, so she'll pull drivers out, and then we're the actors. So a couple years ago, it was like really hot, and I was outside doing outside work, and she's like, "Hey, I'm doing this video. Do you want to be?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And so I was like this abusive father. I was yelling at the kid like, "Get down the bus!" Yelling at him.
To find that.
Oh,
We gotta
I
track
have
it down.
Nice.
Yeah, they gave us all a copy, and the weird thing is she does show some of the older ones, but she hasn't showed this one at our training. But somewhere
next episode.
Okay, it's in my truck. I have to go grab it. But in some other busing companies have this, so they're showing it. You know what I mean? It's so funny. And I was yelling, and the guy's just like, "Oh, we can really hear you," because I'm like, I'll get into the role. You want me to yell at the kid? We're through a door, so I'm just like, "Get out the bus!" And they were like, "Oh yeah," like they're all happy and stuff. Like, I'm sure Curtiss will think it's the worst acting ever because he's an experienced actor. But
no, I cannot wait to see this.
Yeah, so yeah, my debut, I guess. I don't know.
I'm so excited.
Okay, that's it.
All right. Thank you for that, Chris Roberts. Wow. Good stuff. Matt Bandy, who demoted himself way early in the show. I don't know what's going to happen with him. But Kevin is next from buriedonmars.com. Should also call him the new Cameron Crowe over at buriedonmars.com. He's discovering new bands over there and writing.
I don't know.
That's really cool, man. You reviewing records.
Well, it was a bit of a joke because a couple of blogger friends, they get like 12 of them a day, right? People asking them to review their thing. So I got one. So it was a little bit of a...
It's a start.
Big shot.
Sure. Thanks. Okay, so what I have for you guys is a band called Strippers Union. So we were talking about Tragically Hip. Strippers Union is like a side project for their lead guitarist, and they just come up with a brand new album. Get to it here. So I was going to... I was on the fence about picking it up. I wanted to give it a full stream. So this is the album here, The Undertaking.
Is this a new album you picked up?
This just came out last month, and I was like, a friend of mine, Aaron, said like, "Hey, the new album's out," and I was like, "Oh, I don't know. I want to stream it first before I listen to it." It's like, "Well, get to it because there's only 1,000 of them. They only made 1,000 of them." And so I listened to it, and I asked Sarah, and she's like, "Yeah, you better get that." And it's a good thing I did because I just got in there under the wire there, number 919 of 1,000. And the person who put the marker on there, a little mark on my. And there must have been a.
Gives it character.
Yeah, it's probably a right-handed person like Bill. So these are the sleeves there.
So it's just the guitarist from the Hip?
So it is the guitarist from the Tragically Hip, Robert Baker, and the lead singer, songwriter for The Odds, band The Odds. It also came with an official slip there. And Baker signed it. And Craig, blanking on his last name, guy from The Odds.
Where did you get it from? Did you have to send it
from their website? The Tragically Hip's website. So you just go there, and then all their side projects are. So it's on white vinyl, and it's a double. And of course, because it was there's only 1,000. I gave it its own. Yeah, Duke checked out. That's good. That's all right. It's all right. It's not Guns N' Roses or Whitesnake, so double album there.
Now you had to re-sleeve it, or you didn't like the sleeves?
I wanted to preserve those sleeves that they gave me, right? So then I put them in their own sleeves. And then I also was, while I was on the website, I thought I might as well pick up their previous album called The Deuce. This came out in like 2011.
Got Deke backing you up with the Craig Northley.
That's it. And this one is on red vinyl.
Oh. That's like, yeah, kind of metallic-y.
It looks like a fruit roll-up.
It's got the carpet matching the drapes, as Matt Bandy would say.
I like it.
So I bought those, and then it arrived in the mail, and I was happy with that. And they also threw in their very first CD at no extra charge.
That's cool.
Strippers Union, Local 518. And this came out in like 2005. So now I got their entire discography. So that was a nice. I thought I screwed up. I thought I accidentally bought the CD because I was on the fence about getting it on CD. I thought, I'll just wait for it to come out on vinyl. But they threw in the CD for free, anyways. So there's the CD in there, and then when I took the CD out, you know what I saw in there? You recognize that map there, Bill?
I see Kingston.
Yeah. What about over here, down on this part over here?
It's got a shoplifter label there.
Yeah.
Is that some Prince Edward County there?
That's that your neck of the woods down over here?
Totally. 100%.
Yeah. I was like, oh man, that's where Bill is, right there.
Yeah. That's what I'd get all the time. It's like, you don't like the hip, but you know where they're from, right? I don't. Why does that matter?
It's the same with hockey. You know, if you're Canadian, you have to like hockey. That's all they do is go on and on about hockey. And I also picked up Weezer's new album, OK Human. I really like the cover of that. Very intricate.
Yeah, I want to see close up of that cover.
You don't get covers like this too often anymore. So this album was like started in 2017, and then it's like him with an orchestra. You got all your lyrics and everything there. And Chris Roberts is checked out. That's all right. There he is. Rivers Cuomo in there. So this album, they started it in 2017, and then they got asked to go on some tour. And I'm so glad I came back. I really am. Like this is so worth it. You know, they don't treat it like this on Michael Daniel show. I do like their new logo though, that Van Halen.
That's the old. They've had that for a long time.
Well, I mean, this drawn.
Oh,
has it been drawn like that?
With the flying W?
Like it like looks like somebody just drew it in pencil.
Oh, I don't know. But that logo is, yeah.
How is that album?
I like it. I enjoy it.
No, Deke, that was a one-off. I just want to go to a Weezer concert.
Anyways, they were supposed to come out with an album called this album, and then they got called out onto a tour with a couple other bands, and they said, well, we can't support this album with a tour of all these other bands because it's not really a stadium tour album. So they decided that they were going to come out with an album called Van Weezer. Then the pandemic hit, so Van Weezer keeps getting pushed back until they can go out on tour. And in the meantime, they finished this sucker, and this came out. So it was kind of neat on their websites how like this album was their 14th, and then it became their 15th, and then it went back to being their 14th album. So there you go.
You know the little Kurt Cobain Rivers Cuomo? Is it Cuomo?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you know the little conspiracy theory on that?
No.
Mm-hmm.
That Kurt Cobain's not dead. He's actually Rivers Cuomo.
But weren't they artists at the same time?
They weren't. Their first album came out a few days after Kurt Cobain's death. I know, but it is part of the glitch. I mean, obviously it's not true, but there's a pretty compelling argument. Also, another weird thing about that Rivers Cuomo is he studied music, and he actually, I think he has he talked about it in an interview though, like when he was in college, he studied music, he studied beats and how to make a pop song. So there's people who think like basically all Weezer stuff is this, like formulaic music that he studied because he knew that if he did a certain beat in a certain time and whatever, it would be a hit song. And which I think is actually kind of cool if that's true. But
It's not true.
Well, he's an audiophile, and he has all like thousands and thousands of recordings of music, and all done by the pitch.
If it was that easy, then why doesn't everybody just do it and make?
Not everybody's intelligent though, so there's that.
So he's
too.
Got.
I mean, he went to like Harvard or some shit. I don't know. I mean, listen, I just listened to a whole podcast on it. That's why I'm like kind of full of it, and I'm not saying it's true, and I might be full of it on 2 levels. But I mean, I'm full of this information, and they made a pretty compelling argument.
Have you seen the politicians that claim to have gone to Harvard? And
I saw that.
Well, I to Harvard, but it doesn't mean
commentators.
Yeah, them too. Okay, I keep trying to get through the Tom Petty stuff or start the Tom Petty stuff. So let me at least show one more Tom Petty album.
Yeah.
So last time I showed the debut, Tom Petty. So it's their second one here. Tom, you're gonna get it. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. If I was gonna get a tattoo, I might
put that across your chest, Kevin.
Yeah. No, not there. It would be it'd be on my
stamp.
No, it'd be on my dong. For sure.
Dong.
I know it would be like, minuscule on there, but that's where I would do it. And this is an original copy back in the day, not the reissue. And pretty good shape.
What's on that one?
So there's a few good. The whole album's good, but the ones that you would know on here are, you're going to get it. I Need to Know. Listen to Her Heart, and that's probably it.
That's a good one.
But it's a good rock and roll album.
Petty's always good.
Yep. And that's it. We'll get to more Tom Petty whenever we get to more time on this show.
The show will go on. There'll be more Tom Petty.
Yes. What vinyl do you have, Bill? You're all done. What?
I'm not all done.
You're going to be going out every week to buy vinyl now? Is that what's happening?
I didn't finish last week. I said there's still a little bit left. I finished the Bob Dylan collection last week. That was a huge.
Yeah, well, I thought that was the wrap up, though. I thought that was it. That was like the big. Oh, okay.
No, I preempted other things to get Bob on there to support, the rabid chat who needed their Bob stuff. So
I see.
We did Bob for many months. And this is also the part of the show where we get to watch Chris Roberts eat. I'm just going to wait and see what he has there. I think it's a burrito.
No, all the cool restaurants now they're bootlegging the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, and this is the Kentucky Fried Chicken bootleg. McDonald's has also bootlegged it, and Popeyes, of course, famously bootlegged it and almost broke everybody because the lines were so crazy.
So what is done to make it a Chick-fil-A sandwich?
It's okay. It's a pure breast, and it's kind of like something about the bun, and then it has a pickle.
Is it breaded chicken?
Yeah, but you can also get unbreaded. You can get it both ways, just like a Chick-fil-A. I mean, it's essentially you can line them up, and even though they don't look identical, they are clones. I mean, you know what they're doing.
Brioche bun that's buttered.
Yeah, right? It's a buttered bun.
Chickens are probably clones too.
When we went,
they probably are. Yes.
When we went to
you're
Philly,
not wrong. You're not wrong.
When we went to Philly, Hodge insisted that we go to this Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
We drove out of our way. We drove by there was a nuclear reactor right beside the place. So we tempted cancer for this Chick-fil-A, and that was 2 summers ago, and I can't even remember what the sandwich was like.
I'll tell you a quick Chick-fil-A story. So me and Curtis go to the mall, and he didn't want to get Chick-fil-A because of for reasons, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm getting Chick-fil-A, and he got the competitor that was right next to it, filet, whatever they were, and I ate my nice Chick-fil-A sandwich. And he spilled his all over his clothes.
How do you spill a sandwich?
Dude,
Well,
you had to see this thing. It was not a chicken sandwich. It was 2 chicken tenders.
It was the worst. It was like a bootleg chicken sandwich.
It was so bad. It was like they ran out or something. They're like, "Oh, we got to give them something."
Right. It's like something like a cafeteria would give you.
It was
horrible.
and it was like 50% lettuce. It was
and your hands were all sticky, and you were spilling stuff on your clothes, and you knew you had made the wrong choice.
Oh yeah, and the Coke that they gave me, the
lid popped right off.
The lid popped off. I spilled it all over. It looked like I peed in my pants.
He did.
It was rough, and yeah, I was just covered in goo. We had to like walk to the bathroom afterwards. I was like, I gotta wash my hands.
He was so miserable.
Oh, it was bad. It's terrible. Stupid.
But hey, you stuck to your guns.
Stuck to my guns. No Chick-fil-A.
Is it the gay thing? Is that why we're?
It's there. I made a pact with my friends. We would never eat there again.
Okay. I mean, I respect it, and I ate the Chick-fil-A.
Sticking to it. Hey, and here's the thing. I love Chick-fil-A, man. It's so good.
Is it?
I used to live right. Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was with Kevin on that trip, and like the decor had a nice like bathroom motif. The decor, and the broken tile and shit. I don't remember what the food was like, but I remember the restaurant across the street was just a hopping.
Yeah,
our store, Chick-fil-A, was empty, and people were coming out of that restaurant across the street with the two legs. Like, oh.
No, you're thinking of Checkers in Buffalo.
Oh, was that? Okay.
That was Checkers in Buffalo.
Okay.
No, the Chick-fil-A was beside the nuclear reactor.
Oh, okay.
The nuclear power plant there.
Right. Yeah. No, I remember that too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But that was awesome at Checkers. We were sitting there and we were just like, we went to the wrong place because you could see all the locals were going to this dive. And you just knew the good food was there.
That was Hodge again, right? That made us go to the.
Oh yeah. Oh, Checkers. We gotta go to Checkers. It's gonna be the greatest thing. And then we went there, and I think he got a hot dog. I'm like, oh, what? You went to? We're here for a hot dog.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm up. I'm going to keep it short, Matt, so we got some Matt in on time without pushing the show too late.
Matt's did you ever watch SNL with the What's Up With That when they always had Lindsey Buckingham on there and they would never get to him? Like, I'm sorry, Lindsey. On your birthday, Lindsey. I'm so sorry. Matt's the Lindsey Buckingham of this show.
So as Kevin made it out to the thrift store, I made it out to the thrift store once, and I did manage to find some stuff. I'm only going about once a month to this place because I hate them so much. I just hate them. I hate their business. I hate their model. I hate their lies and deception. For instance, they've taken out now all of the dressing rooms, the change rooms, and for COVID, we've taken out the dressing.
Is this Value Village?
Yes.
Okay. For
COVID reasons, to serve you better. Oh, and by the way, returns, you only have a week to return clothes if they don't fit. And by the way, if you return, you just get credit, which must be used that day. It's not like you can go find that shirt for a different size. So it's just another scam to steal more money from. Anyways, I digress, because I did manage to find some stuff that for some reason didn't make it under the glass. And like Chris Roberts, I found one of these AC/DC digipacks.
Oh, nice.
And I don't have a lot of my AC/DC in these digipack remasters that they did, because I had a bunch, on tape and on the first iteration on CD. Mm-hmm. But this one's in really good shape. And it's still got the booklet in there, and the booklet it's got the manual. The manual tells the story how this, seems like it's an early AC/DC album, but got released way later in their, in their career. Mm-hmm. So yeah, found that. But more shockingly, when I went to the records, and the records are always picked through quite substantially, all the sharks go there right away. Mm-hmm. So I was really surprised to see this, and they weren't marked up, and they weren't put under the glass, which was crazy to me. Maybe they thought they were worthless. But all these early Johnny Cash records.
Wow. How many did you get there?
I got a whack. I won't show them all, so Matt Bandy can have some time to Dungeon Synth us. But I'll show a couple. And I mean, these are super early. I couldn't freaking believe it.
You got 2 copies. Oh, is that one for me?
Sure. I'm not leaving it. They weren't marked up. Like normally there'd be another sticker on here, $24.99 or something, right? No markup on these. So these are $2 albums. This sucker is from 58.
Wow.
Jeez. Fabulous.
Is that an OG one too? It's got to be, right?
Yeah, I'll show you. Let's
it Bilkin Dish or is it?
Let's take a look.
Somebody playing that on a Crosley?
The one Kevin gets will be Bilkin Dish. Isn't that ironic?
Yeah, that's
So yeah, this is from 58. This is in mono.
That's the year that Chris graduated high school.
So these are the very first albums as
it's
he
also
went
the year
to,
I banged your mom.
as he
She
went
wasn't
to
even born yet.
As he went to Columbia from
Made
Sun
it even
Records,
better.
as we know.
Right,
But
that
my
got
grandma.
weird.
Now you can tell this is an original pressing because it's got the Columbia 6i label on there. So you got 6 Columbia eyes on there. But look at it's in great shape.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Like never
Brand
played
new.
it.
And these were just sitting there, $2. Yes, actually, to bookmark or to add to this story, I have a department at my work that used to be in charge of all music licensing for this particular broadcast television station. And at one time, they would just get records upon records in. Well, if you follow my Instagram, I take pictures of some of their records. And so this one room has thousands and thousands of records. And mostly they've been picked throughout the years, and there's not much left but filler stuff and like Kim Mitchell and that kind of thing. Records are in there. But this, I found this in there. And I was really like, I'm gonna, be a little Christmas bonus one year, but here it is. I don't need to do that. We found one and we found 2.
Are they both mono?
Yes. Yeah. CL. Doesn't say stereo.
What's the big
anywhere.
hits on there?
I Still Miss Someone. Kicks off the
Oh.
second side.
That's a great one.
Don't Take Your Guns to Town. This side two's the one to get here. This one, the spine is got a little bit of.
That's
peeling.
Kevin's.
Yeah.
This one's Kevin's.
I'll have to tape that up.
And a slight tear.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Man.
I think that should be in your collection because that fits with all the Bilkin Dish records.
Kevin,
Definitely.
this is from 58, man.
That's
Now,
good
the
enough for
vinyls-
your daughter.
You get the 6i again, and this vinyl might be a little bit better, so I might have to do a little swap-a-rooney.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you're really downgrading
I'm gonna have a 30-cent record by the time this is done.
it.
So super happy to find those. It's either 57 or 58. I think it was 58. This is his second album on Columbia called Hymns by Johnny Cash. LP.
Long play. Wow.
Same, that's the same picture, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Columbia didn't want to spend too much money on their new country stars. So yeah, that's all Christian stuff. Hymns. Swing Low, Sweet Chariot.
Swing Low, Sweet Chariot.
Again, this one's in really fine shape. Edges look really good. No sleevey in that one though.
Mm.
That's a Bill condition. Oh yeah.
Got the old Columbia label, but the vinyl's in good shape.
Gosh, how long were those songs? Like 2 minutes apiece?
They were short.
Can remedy the sleeve business right now. There we go. And the next record, God, I got to get this shirt. Songs vs. Soil.
Songs of Our Soil.
Yeah, that's a terrible title.
Wow. Hank, Joe, and Me.
My grandfather. Oh, Clock.
I guess it's just all standards, old stuff. Got condition issues there. And no sleeve again. And backside here is also got some issues.
That's what she said.
I think this we might be into 1960 by the time this one comes out. But again, I was like, just quickly looked at these in the store and saw the vinyl was in such good shape. Like,
look at how much vinyl is left there. That's crazy. He could have put like 4 more songs on each side.
That's true. Yeah. Or yeah, that is crazy. Each song is so short. Yeah, so what do you think? One more, Johnny?
I don't know. Matt Bandy's going to be in Tom
like
Schneider's slot. Oh, another double. Right on.
All right, yeah, we'll work through them next week. We can decide which one goes to Kevin next week. On those ones. So yeah, look at this. We're going through old, super old Johnny Cash stuff. That'll be more fun for next time. Matt Bandy, thank you for waiting patiently.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to show some records?
Yeah, come on.
I think we got time for like one more.
So, last couple weeks I've been going through my 7-inches here, and I showed a few of the C's, so we're in the C's here. I've showed this band on the show a couple times before, but I don't think I've shown this record. This is by a Toronto band called Career Suicide. This is the Signals EP. We got the little Chris. You notice that? See what that is there?
Oh, Leatherface.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
That's dope.
I believe that was the Slasher Records. That was their.
That was their logo. Wonder how they not got sued for that.
Yeah, they just pilfered it. They didn't. It was just a small indie label. So, it's got 4 tracks on it. Walk the Line, which is not a Johnny Cash song. This is from 2004, just on black vinyl. We got your liner notes here with a shot of the band and some thank yous and mentions at the bottom there. Next one, I haven't showed this band here before. It's a band from San Francisco called Ceremony. This was their first 7-inch or their first release called Ruined out on Malfunction Records. I do really like the artwork on this. I believe this was from artist is named. I think this was Linus who did this. Is the artist's name?
Yeah.
What were the people doing?
Be careful, Duke.
What were the people doing on that cover?
It looks like a bunch of dead bodies piled on top of each other.
Oh.
With some blue roses. So there is a variant of this record. There's one with this in red. I believe that was the second press. This is the first press. And this is on orange or kind of a yellowish vinyl. It's kind of marbled a little bit. But so this record was huge for them. This kind of propelled them into a much higher, well-known band.
The internet, aren't you?
I disconnected.
So very, very well, and Chris is loving it.
Sorry, buddy. I thought I had it muted. Forgot to mute. My bad.
It's all right.
I just want to make sure that the internet didn't collapse over here.
So yeah, Ruined. And this was their third release. This was called Scared People. This was, I believe, just a few tracks around this one. Back there. So Ceremony are a hardcore punk band. They played a little more just kind of really fast and loud, or not fast and loud, but fast and like really short, aggressive songs. Weird splatter there. Yeah.
So how does like one of their records propel them into a higher league? Like if they're not getting radio play, like how are people finding their records?
Just they toured basically nonstop. And they eventually, after years later, got signed to like, it wasn't a major label, but like, you know, a label that's not just a small indie label. I believe they're still putting out records. I haven't listened to this band in years. Their sound changed significantly after this record. Yeah, so I don't know if they're still putting out records or not. Let's see. Next, we have, I've shown both of these bands on the show before, but this is a split release between Champion and Betrayed. Two bands from the Pacific Northwest. Both bands were kind of from the Seattle, Vancouver area. Members were from the States and Canada.
Now, when they do a release like that, is it the two bands getting together to go on that one album, or is it the label putting them?
This was probably the band. I mean, these bands are friends with each other, and they share members. So whether it's the band or the label wanting to do it, but members of Champion also played in Betrayed.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so there was 3 songs by each band on this. I just got your live shot and lyrics. And I believe this was on kind of a clear Coke bottle vinyl.
Ooh,
nice.
There you go. This was put out on Rivalry Records, which is a defunct label right now, no longer putting out records. Hey Chris, how you doing, bud? Next record is by a straight edge band called Chorus of Disapproval. I listened to this record today because I knew that I was going through the seas, and I don't know if I'd ever listened to this before. My buddy gave this record to me years ago when he just got rid of a lot of his records, and I was expected this to be awful. There's a lot of weird hardcore that came out in the early mid 90s, but this was actually kind of decent.
What's the band you put on your Instagram story?
Oh, that was
punk.
That was Mindset.
Oh,
yeah, I have that record, but that's in EMs, so maybe eventually someday I will get to that.
I didn't like it.
It's too bad. That's a great song. And you got
the punk doesn't do it for me.
Well, there's all different types, you know. But yeah, this sounds a lot like.
What's that?
See, I don't want to go last ever again. Maybe I'm just going to go slow just to spite all you fuckers. Except for Duke. Duke has been an angel this entire episode.
True gentleman.
Okay, Kevin. Kevin, you've been good too. I apologize.
What have I done?
What I do?
You know what you've done. The middle row has been good. Bill's been pretty good too, but that far right over there, oh, terrible. I have here is by a band called The Chosen Ones.
Oh, Duke's got to go.
His phone is dying.
He can't hear.
Oh, he can't hear.
He lost.
We can't hear you.
No.
You can hear us. We can't hear you.
You can hear us. Just stick around.
Bark twice if you're in Milwaukee.
Why not? Just stay here.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Since I got so flustered about this record here, but not between that far right over there, this record starts off with a clip from the Three Amigos.
Oh,
is it My Little Buttercup?
No, it says, what does it say? Boy, it looks like somebody's been down here with the ugly stick. Something like that. And I looked it up. I'm like, oh, that sounded like Chevy Chase.
See, Deke.
Keep it real. You're wrong about the flick of the switch, though.
Sorry, Matt ran you out, Deke.
Matt, are those band names on your vest there?
One of them is this one here. Grimdor is a band, and this one here is a record label. Ancient Idol.
Curious.
This is a band here.
What's on the back?
I thought it was like a youth soccer coach jacket.
It's a back patch. It's a Dark Throne back patch.
Bobby made himself a jean jacket with a bunch of patches all over it.
Yeah, you got a battle vest.
You should have wore it, man.
Bandy knows about that stuff.
He calls it a battle jacket. Yeah,
battle
Duke, you should have wore it on the show, Duke.
I've shown two of my battle.
You could have came in,
no
shirt, just a jacket.
You don't want to see that. Maybe I go grab it and you want to see it?
Yeah, go.
No, hold on, Duke. If I may, I would say you wait until is that Bobby? You said?
Yeah.
Isn't he gonna come on and show some of his stuff?
Yeah,
or whatever?
you're probably right.
Yeah, let him have the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I've shown two of my battle vests on the on the show, as well as a book dedicated only to battle vests.
I'm
That's
surprised
right.
that term battle vest is so broad. I
never heard that.
Something his friends and him said. I didn't know it was a known term. Interesting.
I thought that's something Battle Cat wore.
This will be the last record I show here. So this is, if I was to suggest a band out of all the ones I've shown that you guys would probably maybe enjoy, would be this band here called The Chosen Ones. This was their first record put out on Reaper Records. This has, let's see, I think there's only 4 or 5 tracks on here, and one of them's a cover by Stiff Little Fingers. And actually, there's right here. So there's a track list. And Suspect Device is the cover by Stiff Little Fingers, which if you've never listened to Stiff Little Fingers or heard that song, Suspect Device is arguably one of the greatest punk rock songs ever written. I love that song. And I'd forgotten that they covered this on this record until I listened to it today. But if you've ever listened, you guys ever heard Rancid or anything?
I love Rancid.
Yeah.
Do you like Rancid?
I've heard them, yeah.
Yeah, Rancid's good.
So that's a little more in that vein. This is more very kind of more melodic and is good songwriting on this. And so I would recommend you guys maybe check this out.
I put it down. It's on my homework.
This is also on the Clear.
Ooh.
So
cool.
They're from Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the only record of theirs I've listened to. I think they might have a full length out. I haven't heard.
I believe they do.
Yeah.
I was just looking them up.
There you go. That's the cover. That's Suspect Device.
Copyright strike.
Yeah, they got a full length one.
That's under 15 seconds.
They got a full length one from 2012.
That's the Stiff Little Fingers song. That's not them. That's Stiff Little Fingers.
It is. That's Stiff Little Finger. Who am I supposed to be looking up?
Oh, Chosen Ones.
Chosen Ones.
There you go.
That's
this
good.
record. That's this record.
That's good.
Yeah. But didn't you say Stiff Little Finger was the was the original, and that's the cover, or
yeah, they covered Stiff Little Fingers. That was like from 1977. They were an English band, or actually, they're either Scottish or English. I don't remember, but they're from somewhere in the UK. But on the back here, does anybody know who that is?
Garrett Morris.
No.
Curtis Mayfield.
Nope.
Shaft.
Nope.
What's that guy with the? Where's the clock?
No.
Flavor Flav.
Chuck
Jimi
Berry's brother.
Hendrix.
This is
Marvin Berry.
Marvin
No.
Berry, right.
No. This is
The guy who
Jimmy
said
Cliff.
dynamite.
Joe Jackson.
No. This is
Dynamite.
it's Jimmy Cliff. And if you guys are familiar with Jimmy Cliff, a reggae artist.
Is he the guy that said dynamite?
No.
That was Raj from What's Happening.
That's it.
So this is a from an image from the movie The Harder They Come, which features a lot of his music on that. But also, if you look carefully, look at the placement of the
what?
The whole
Of like the outer rim.
Yeah, so it'll be his penis.
Oh.
There you go. You
with
put
the
on the
thing.
record player. You go. You got
Yeah.
Jimmy Cliff.
Or you could put your penis through it.
Well, Curtis can.
You damn right.
Did you guys say that Dynamite is from What's Happening?
No, you were wrong, dude. It's from Good Times, isn't it?
Yeah, it's J.J. Walker.
Yes.
J.J. Walker.
Yes.
This is a dynamite.
Oh,
Yeah, what's happened is that fat dude.
rerun.
So
Yes,
you got
rerun.
you got a shot of the band here and thank yous, and then on the back you got your lyrics.
I was thinking
There
of,
you go.
hey, what's happening, Raj? That's what I was thinking of.
It happens. It happens.
There's some more ephemera in here. What do we got?
Oh,
So this is an ephemera here because it's just a.
There you go. Now you're using it right.
Apparently, Matt, a lot of people have covered this song.
Oh, Suspect
lot.
Device? Yeah.
Yes,
it's a
I'm seeing
famous
like
song.
30 fucking songs here.
Yeah.
What was the name of the group again?
Stiff Little Fingers. Or this
No,
is
no, no,
chosen,
no. Yes.
Chosen Ones.
Chosen ones. There you go.
Chosen Ones. Yeah.
So, just to add to the ephemera thing again, as I was doing my research for the Woodstock box set, where you can watch the video of me unboxing it on this channel, check that out. I looked at the official, who's the record label? Epic, I think? Or is it Rhino? It's Rhino, I think. And on their website, they say with this release, it includes ephemera such as posters, photos, tickets. They say that.
Is this a Canadian term?
Well, they could be wrong too. Like, what does that matter?
listen. All I need to know is okay.
How about you go to a dictionary and look up the definition and tell me
Kevin,
what it says there?
We're gonna settle this right now. All right. I just
Go.
need you to answer me one thing: Die Hard or RoboCop?
Go to a dictionary, look up ephemera, tell me what it says.
Right.
That might be different than a music industry dictionary.
There's no such thing as a music industry dictionary. There's only the English language dictionary.
Okay, so that's not true though, because words get used in slang and then they become they go into the vernacular. So that's a very inaccurate statement.
Yes.
So a little teaser for next week. Still on the seas.
Oh.
Still on the seas. Yeah. I know you can't wait to see that chronic seizure 7-inch, huh?
Yeah, that's the one. Who put him last?
That's what I'm saying.
Is a brilliant move. I don't know. I love that. It's good stuff. So that's it. We longest show ever, but I think it was still a lot of fun for the entire time. What a great treat having Duke from Retro Nonsense pop in. Thank you, Duke.
Thank you.
Applause for my friend. God damn it. He elevated this show.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't
Hey,
show any
Duke, stop.
vinyl, but
Oh, yeah.
Duke, stop playing Kung Fu, please.
I tried to get on that, and it is not on the Nintendo online thing on the Switch. Kung Fu. I thought it was, but they must have taken it off or
The
something.
game is like $5, Bill.
Yeah, how do you not have
Cheapskate.
that already?
I'm gonna start playing with two hands now.
Well, I can
Oh.
emulate it, of course. But. Again, thank you to everyone in the chat who stuck around with us for the whole time. That was a lot of fun.
That was really nice.
Yeah, you make the show. It's always good to have people to talk to. Buried on Mars, Chris Roberts, Curtiss, Duke Retro Nonsense, Matt Bandy. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Love having you on.
You too,
today's episode, guess what? I put your details in the description.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fancy.
Except
now
for
I
Duke.
want to know what you said. About
Except
me.
for Duke. He was a late arrival. So everyone's checking. I put some of your details. So if you like these guys, check the description. You can follow them on the thing there and do the stuff. Letterbox. Yeah, it's all there. It's all there.
That
So
is
You
hilarious.
actually put my letterbox like
Yeah, it's a pretty busy account over there. Chris Roberts letterbox.
Yeah, I haven't seen much on there lately from you.
All right, so we will be back. Hopefully, the whole cast will be here next week, maybe Wednesday. Wow, we get a thumbs up immediately from Curtis. Great, good to see. So,
If it's Wednesday, I'll definitely be here,
cool, let's do
And
that.
and I might have a guest.
Oh,
Maybe. Who knows? I might bring somebody on.
I hope it's Sarah.
No, she wouldn't bother with this.
a tease.
She's got good records.
She does, yeah, but she doesn't want to talk to you guys.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
that's not true.
She's the smart one.
She likes the little brain train, but not this one, not so much.
Oh, come on. Mm. Well,
Don't shoot the messenger, man.
yeah, plus Duke's son someday will make an arrival. Bobby, which wouldn't that be something? Duke's son, could I manage to get my daughter, my 17-year-old daughter, on the show? I highly doubt it. But
We need to ask her what her reaction was when Bill came up with the ripped poster.
she saw it was nothing. She's like, that's nothing. Why you
That's
even
what do we
showing
want to
me?
hear from her. I want to hear this directly.
Well, she probably had that guilty conscience about that camera she broke, right, Bill?
That's true. She will
Yeah.
never. That's right. The lens, $600 lens.
Yeah, maybe we can get Bobby on the show. I won't have people looking at me with blank faces.
I always try to remain engaged.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Kurt. I appreciate that.
How much how much punk I've listened to because of you, and how much dungeon synth and witch blood, pop or whatever you're calling it.
Witch vomit, isn't it?
Witch vomit, yeah.
Witch Hyman.
Which I'll tell you which.
Okay, we got to end it. We got to let everyone go. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Look for us again next week. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We got lots more stuff coming. Got some more live music and some more, where I'm actually doing stuff and I've edited stuff. I'm editing stuff nowadays, so you got to check it out. I don't know how long that will last, but we'll see you. That's it. Oh, do you guys want to see the outro one more time, or the intro outro?
I never got to see it.
We'll sign it off that way. Highlights from last week. Thanks, everyone.
Good night.